Hello there. Is this how this works? What's up, y'all? Cool. We're live. What's up, y'all? I kind of want to... So hook up my phone. You guys probably heard that, but that's fine. Let's go. All right, I gotta hook up my account as well. Not account, but cool. All right, how's everyone doing? You guys can hear and see me, right? Just making sure. Evening. There we go. There we go. We got some egg people in here. That's Dino's thing, right? Or do you just egg anyone that's bald? I don't blame you if you do. I don't blame you if you do. Let's see. Get this going. Come on, work with me. I think we're good. Hell yeah. All right, we got that up. I also need to close this. Let's see. Awesome. What's up? J-Lo 3. What up, vibes? Appreciate the content. I try to listen when I can. Good stuff. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yep. Anyone that's bald gets stricken with the smiley. California? CA? I don't know. Appreciate the hello. Egghead. I dig it. Yo, VEVE vibes. Let's go. Sonic Master. How's everyone doing? So, if you guys haven't really been paying attention, I was on Rob's stream just not too long ago. I was probably hanging out there for like probably 30 minutes. A little bit longer than that. I always kind of overstay my welcome a little bit on those streams, but you know, it is what it is. And yeah, apparently there's comics and crypto are trying to push a comic rating in VEVE NFTs, which is kind of interesting. So yeah, I'm not sure how that really works. I don't know if you guys have seen the tweet yet. I'll show you guys the tweet here in a little bit, but Sean, what are y'all getting into this trash comic rating system? Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of it. I'm not gonna say Ayo, Sean, the other Sean, another Sean, what's up? Do you make any off-app trades or buy sells? No, I have not personally, at least not yet. I think a time will come where I want to maybe buy gems or do something like that at some point. I would like to start escrowing too at some point as well. So on Rob's stream, good chat about grading there too. Yeah, I'm probably gonna rehash a good portion of it in this stream because I know me and him share, I would say, the majority of our viewers, or a good portion of our viewers already know about each other. But like, if you guys have specific questions about stuff, I'll kind of rehash it. Somebody here on that already. Yeah, maybe probably wait a few more people to kind of trickle in at this point before we like cover the topic more in depth. But in the meantime, let's see if we can get going on here. Let's check out where Woody's at. And that was the other thing I meant to do, was actually, I was gonna put up do one of these where I could basically, on the left side, whenever I'm in this screen, like here, I want to be able to basically have my QR code as well as just like my Fastos, because that's where you can find me. Is if you guys go to Fastos, actually, a lot of the content creators did this. So if you go to Fastos and then you go to not high mint, but the highest price. All right, I'm not on the first screen. I'll relist it, but I'm right there. If you guys can't see, I'll relist mine. So I'm at the top, but if that's how you guys are gonna follow me on VEVE, and I'll try my best to follow you back. Sometimes honestly I just get overwhelmed with a lot of people that do follow me, and I always try to follow back when I can. Sometimes honestly I just straight up forget, I click skip or already read or something like that, but 9 times out of 10 I'll follow you back. So let's see, and if I have it, just unfollow me and refollow me, and then I'll follow you. There we go. So I should be at the top now. Damn, I wish you could see the sell price or like the floor. I have to like go through these like 4 extra menus, which is kind of annoying. There it goes. There, I'm at the top. So if you guys want to find me on VEVE, that's the best way to do it, is just go to Fastos, scroll to the Let's go to the top. I'll actually move this over a tiny bit there. It's a bit easier to see. But in the meantime, let's check out where Woody is. So Woody went down to like 250 at one point earlier today, like maybe just shy of 250. I thought about picking a couple of them up. I wouldn't say I'm glad I didn't, but I don't think it's pumped up enough yet to actually see profit at the 255 mark. So wait, what's up with the grading thing you're saying? I'll cover it in a sec, but the comics and crypto is, so it has nothing to do with VEVE. I think they just tweeted at VEVE official, but it sounds like comics and crypto want to put in some sort of grading system with comics, right? So ahoy from Australia. Thanks for having you. Dala Dazzler. Dala Dazzler. Sean, it doesn't count for the actual metadata of the comics were actually minted on the blockchain. So as soon as we get that info, we'll be able, the info will be obsolete. I wouldn't say that necessarily. I do think there's a happy medium between the grading system as well as, kind of want to like put this down a tiny bit, between the grading system and what's already existing in VEVE, but not entirely sure. Kind of close this for now. Hi from Vegas, Diane. Hi. I'm not too far. Well, I'm the next state down from Vegas, let's say. Ben Riley, common. Green Goblin, Donald Lenticular, or Aston Martin, common. You mean the ultra rare Aston Martin? There's no common Aston Martin. Are they all roughly the same price? They're all like 400-ish. Those are all really good. I don't know, like there's like part of me was kind of like leaning towards the Aston Martin just because the mint numbers are so low. And again, I do think it's the grail of vehicles, right, for the most part. Ben Riley's probably beginning the most volatile. Donald, it's so strange because each of them has like a different strength, right? So Aston Martin, like I said, I think it's the grail of vehicles. I know it's not the secret rare variation, but hold on. Ben Ryle's the most volatile. Green Goblin is great if they do VEVE-verse stuff with gamification. Donald in particular is probably going to be the most consistent for you. Aston Martin, like I said, is going to be the grail. So it's really hard to pick of all of those. I mean, to be safe, Donald, I would say, to be quite honest, followed by either Green Goblin or Ben Riley, but Aston Martin's up there too. It's hard to say. I wish I could help you out more, Dazzler. Do you think tax season is impacting VEVE plus crypto market pullback? Thoughts? I think so. Those are all parts of it. I do think some people are kind of finding out they might have overextended themselves on VEVE when it comes to, you know, investing. Maybe some people thought that they were going to get some money back from taxes. Maybe they aren't. Maybe they owe it. Who knows? So yeah, I do think that is part of the VEVE stuff. I think it's impacting it. I think it's a combination of all of those things. Plus crypto market pullback, you know, crypto crashing, Ukraine/Canada stuff going on, plus gas prices going up, plus you know, people talking about bots, plus, you know, there's a lot of reasons why the market is just crashing, or that's been crashing for the last like 6-7 weeks. Maznak, I wish VEVE used the blind box system currently used for collectibles for comics. I mean, numbering each variant would be numbered separately, i.e. 1 to 24,000, uncommon 1 to 5,000, etc. I don't know. I'm sure they have a reason to do that or to not do that. I don't know. That's a kind of interesting question. Maybe it's just easier for them to, because that's not how it is for the collectible blind box, right? Well, no, that's not how collectible blind box works either. Wait, no, that is right. Right? They're all different. Yeah, that's how it works. I've seen people with matching numbered sets with Voltron and stuff like that. So yeah, that is right. Yeah, I don't know why that is. Yeah. Maybe because technically with the, like, each NFT is unique, but so, I mean, so is the comic, don't get me wrong, but I think they're treating the comics almost like a print run in a sense that, like, because I think how it works with comic book stores, and I'm not 100% sure on this, how it works with comic book stores is like if you make a reservation for, let's say, 1,000 of a certain comic, typically what they'll do is, I don't know if this is an addition or part of it, like, but maybe they'll give you 50 of like an exclusive cover. So like based on the book of the order, they'll give you some exclusive covers that are different than like the ordinary cover. So maybe that's something that's the reason why they're doing it. And like the number wouldn't start over. I don't know if it's, I don't know. I'm just kind of making this up, to be quite honest. Just going from 1 to 0 each time, or like 1 to 5,000 or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think that's a legitimate question. I do think like the big mishmash of mint numbers does kind of confuse things a little bit, because sometimes there'll be secret rares of sub 200 that just don't exist just because they just didn't get lucky enough to get one of those mint numbers, right? But I think that's kind of some of the fun, right? I don't know. That could be part of it. Sat Gaming, hi Vibes, the comic rating system makes sense to me. Interesting. I would love to hear your perspective. School grade Guernica 2022 pumped and holding at 190. Nice. I'm trying to sell one right now, to be honest. I bought 5 of them. I knew they were going to do well, so I'll probably sell 1 or 2. Probably sell 1 now, maybe another one when it hits like 220, something like that. Then another one when it hits 300. Then I'll probably keep 2. I don't know, maybe I'll keep the 3rd one for a really long time, but I do not mind signing 2 in the near future. You see what's going on with Fastos? All the influencers are talking about it. That 9.9 mil club. Yeah, I'm on it. Like, someone just had a good idea. It was just because all the influencers, like, honestly, like, we all want to get more followers. We want to, you know, get in front of more people, help them out, talk about VEVE. If you're like me, when I first started VEVE, I just like could not get enough information. Like, I was constantly watching influencers and different content creators, and constantly like reading tweets and streams and in videos. I was doing it all, and all of us are trying to get recognition, right, and share an audience and share fans and all that stuff. Like, for the most part, it's kind of interesting because like Cavell Anderson did a video on me probably a few days ago. Good video. He seemed to like it. I shout out a lot of other content creators, but he didn't even know like half the content creators I even brought up, or even some of the resources I brought up. So I do think there is some value into not only just people finding out about content creators, but even content creators collaborating with each other and just at least like knowing each other's existence, right? So I mean, we just sent out a tweet. There was just a Twitter message to all of us, be this like, hey, like, it would be cool if each of us just bought a Fastos and listed it at 9.9 mil. So that way, when someone goes there, or if we direct someone to that Fastos at 9.9 mil, say like, hey, you can find me there, as well as many other content creators. And you know, then usually we shout out a few of them, like, oh, check out the Gale, check out VV3, check out Rob stuff, check out, you know, it's like they're all there. It's one convenient location where all the content creators are hanging out, where you can just click follow, you know, like whatever you want to do. So it's just super easy to follow everyone. So could Fastos become the Bay Area Yacht Club of VEVE? Probably not. I don't know. I don't see it being that way. There's just way too many mints of it. None of them are like 101s. I think what made Bay Area Yacht Club exclusive is like a lot of them are like 101s, and you know, we basically got celebrities on board, and it's, you know, some of the first NFTs like ever, right? So I don't know. Funny that Fastos had over 210 listed editions, over 10k. 95% of which are listed at 9.9 mil. Yeah, a lot of people just kind of got memed on. I kind of wish like some content creators maybe like shouted it out too much. Not like shouted it out in the sense like, hey, follow me here. A lot of them were like, oh yeah, join the group. Like, everyone just list your Fastos for 9.9 mil. It'd be funny. And so like, I don't care. Like, all I do is just, I mean, I relist my Fastos probably like maybe twice a day, once or twice a day if I remember. Because I'm on my phone a lot, quite a bit, just like looking at the market and stuff. I'm like, it takes me 20 seconds to unlist my Fastos and relist it, and I'm boom back at the top of the list, so it doesn't matter to me. So sorry, Fastos. Yeah, so I don't, it's like, I don't think like none of us were trying to pump it or anything like that. It was just like, hey, it'd be cool to have a convenient spot where all the content creators have their listing up and people could just follow all of us. Like, that'd be kind of cool. So that's pretty much it. There are amazing VV discords that offer great deals for gems and trades. Helped build my collection big time. Yeah, I know. The only one that I know of for sure that does it on a pretty consistent basis is Dino. Dino has a stream where it's like very straightforward. I do want to do escrow services, but I need to set up a Discord and some other things first before I do that. There is just one problem with that 9.9 Fastos Club. There is only 1% of them actually being content creators. Yeah, exactly. That's the issue. I think everyone else just kind of memed on it and dogpiled into it. So you know, a lot of the times there's a lot of content creators I wanted to follow on VEVE, but I just didn't even know where to find them. And sometimes, you know, like myself, sometimes I forget to even mention like, hey, find me on VEVE under this NFT. I just forget to mention it. So I actually followed like probably like 8 or 9 different content creators on VEVE that I've been meaning to, but I just either keep forgetting or I didn't know how to find them. So the Palace Discord is good for that. Yeah, there's a lot of different content creators. I just joined your Discord, the Palace, not too long, like literally a day ago. I haven't had the time to like look into it or anything like that. But yeah, if you guys do escrow services, I mean, Dino will vouch for you guys. You know, the Palace is good, good collection of content creators as well. Yeah, okay, so we got a good amount of viewers now. Now we can hang out. What should we do? Hold on. Give me a sec. All right. We're gonna do a giveaway really quick. I just bought this trash tier comic for this giveaway. Hope you guys don't mind. We're gonna be giving away this comic that I just got. If I can find it. This one right here. The most recent X-Men Uncanny, whatever it's called. Giving away this thing. What the hell? Why is it not showing? That was weird. It wasn't showing it. So we're gonna give it away this. So we're gonna be playing floor price. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show a collectible. I'm gonna say the name, but I'm gonna show the collectible on the screen when I do it. And you guys need to find the floor price, and the first one to say it gets to win the NFT. So for example, if I was looking through it, I'm like, all right, I might give you guys a hint beforehand, like, all right, like you guys need to look in the, all right, it's a sci-fi NFT, or it's like, oh, it's like if you hang out here a lot, it's an NFT that I, like this IP I absolutely loathe. I think it's the worst IP. So if you watch me quite a bit, sometimes I'll give you tricks as to like, it can kind of give you a heads up, maybe a little hint as to what it is. So this one is going to be a collectible. So we're gonna play floor price. So you guys have to tell me the floor price of the NFT that I say. I'm gonna turn this off. I'm gonna show you guys. So get your apps open, go to collectibles, or go to the market and get ready to find the NFT that I'm about to list. What is, I'm trying to find give you guys, find a one that I can give you guys a hint on. All right, so this IP I loathe. If you guys know me, I always say this is the biggest flop IP, maybe other than some of the most recent drops. But before that, it was terrible. What is the floor price of the, I'm gonna show it to you guys. I'm gonna let it load. Give me a sec. Clear. Get ready. Hope you guys are ready. Whoever's the first one to say gets the comic. I want, oof, that looks, ooh, okay. That looks kind of cool. I want the floor price of the animated glider from No Time to Die. I know it looks terrible. So if you guys put up the floor price, whoever's the first one to say the floor price of the animated glider for the 007 No Time to Die. That actually looks kind of cool. They get the comic. Whoever's the first one to say the floor price. No, no. Animated. Animated. Oh, we got it. Comic Master was the first. And you don't have to worry about the cents or like whatever this is. So, let me see here. There is collectibles. Let me show. What is that called? Can I show that? It's not showing it. That's unfortunate. All right, whatever. Let's close that. Here, I'll show you guys that I saw who came first. Window capture. Is this it? Wrong one. Wrong one. Wrong one. All right, hold on. Deal with it. Hold on. I know I'm a mess. But hit me up in the meantime. Sonic Master, hit me up on Twitter. You can just find me on VEVE Vibes. Just send me a screenshot of your QR code, and then I'll get it over to you. But in the meantime, so display catchers, just so you guys know, this is basically what I saw. I know it's gonna be trippy, but this is what I see. So Mendes Flips set it here, and then $3.99. So Mendes Flips went to the rare, unanimated, whatever, the basic bitch glider. We wanted the animated ones. The Sonic Master was first on my screen. It's gonna show something different on your screen, but I'm going based off what I see. I don't know. I can't tell what's on your screen. So congrats. Just hit me up on Twitter, which I should probably pull up on my computer. Hit me up. I'll send it over to you. In the meantime, while we're doing this, I appreciate all the guesses. Playing for price. Rigged. It is rigged. Dude, Mendes, you were like on it, but I think you said the rare, not the ultra rare version. So that's unfortunate. Yeah, so just hit me up, Sonic Master, on Twitter. Just send me a message, just a picture of your what's it called, your QR code, and I'll send it over. And just confirm that you are who you are. Like, that helps too. Let's see. Congrats, JK. I know, like, you always gotta say rigged. You know? All right, let's get rid of this. All right, so what I want to talk about today, in the meantime, while that's happening, is open this. So Comics and Crypto put out a CGC grading system. I'm gonna zoom in more so you guys can see it a bit easier. They said, hey, we've collaborated with Cherry Charts NFT and Shabard's Art. I don't know who Shab's Art, to develop a free graded slab system for your VEVE official NFT comics. Very excited to share the system with you all. We'll be on cherrycharts.com coming soon. So this part's kind of interesting. I talked about it quite a bit on Rob Stuff stream a bit earlier, if you guys saw that. And so their grading system, honestly, based off this, it's just strictly a 1-to-1 ratio. Every 0.1 equals 0.5% of the overall number of editions of comics. And that's it. It's pretty simple, maybe a little too simple. Doesn't take into consideration rarities, VEVE exclusive covers, other things like that. They did say special mint numbers, you know, for example, year the comic was released, are considered 1 of 1. It's kind of weird that they're basically rating, if your comic is in the upper 50% quartile, it's basically trash tier, like when it comes to like grading scale. I think this is a bit too simple, like, to be quite honest. All they did was the math of like, hey, how do we divide up 10 to 0.5 just math wise per number, and that's it. That's really all this is. Like, there's not much else to it. It's pretty straightforward. So I don't know, I'd like to get your opinion. Someone said that it makes sense to them. I'm sorry if I actually passed up what some people were saying earlier. Your thoughts on the market right now? It's dipping. You see it going back down from here then? The market in general, or the Guernica posters? I think it could go down. I'm just selling one right now. Like, I'm not going all out, but I'm just dollar cost averaging up for the most part. What are your thoughts on Miss Marvel comic? Disney Plus is promoting the new show heavily. Might be a good buy. Well, the Miss Marvel comic, I think, is more about Mystique, right? Or I think it has Miss Marvel, but it's the first appearance of Mystique. Will you pay for postage to Australia? Had to do, what is it? Hard to do on phone, as can't have both YouTube open and VEVE. I gotcha. Yeah, maybe we'll do so. I'll mix it up when it comes to games. Occasionally, I'll mix it up with games and stuff like that. I was just doing floor price just because it was super easy to do. But yeah, it can be kind of difficult. Plus, you know, if I was doing this, to be honest, I would just have ecomi wiki or cherry charts pulled up and just like, bam. Probably ecomi wiki because it's up to date, right? But it's technically the fastest way to do it. So yeah, Mendes was fast, but sent the original sales price. No, he was looking up the rare. So there's two different. There's the ultra rare and a rare. So the ultra rare is the animated one, which is what I said, which is why I was like clicking it to show that it was animated. And the rare one is just the static version. It's not animated. So thanks everyone. Yep. If you're struggling to find me on Twitter or whatever. Hey, VV Vibes just gave you a follow. Watching Sonic Master. Awesome. Cool. You can just message me your, do you know how to just personal message me? Just your QR code? Or just reply to that, Just reply to that as Xander. Just send me your QR code. Hell yeah. Congrats again on winning the comic. That's awesome. They should have dropped Spider-Man issue 101 FA of Morbius since Morbius movie is coming. Maybe. I mean, VV and, Marvel know what they're doing. Either that or maybe they just haven't gotten around to it. Maybe they don't have the art finished yet. It doesn't mean that every single thing that Marvel/Disney is releasing, like VV's going to have a comic or an NFT or a collectible coming out relating to that, right? SR is basically Mint and UR as NM. That kind of been my approach to NFTs. Interesting comic fan again. Yeah. Sorry, Australian humor with postage of the prize. Not funny if you have to explain it. I figured that's what you meant. I thought you were talking to someone else initially, but yeah, it's all digital, which is part of the thing, right? That's the whole point. And I thought Rob Stuff made a good point about the whole grading system. The entire grading system is based on this. Like if we look at this, I'm looking at the CGC grading system. Like this is their website. If you go to standard, the highest grade assigned. The collectible must have no evidence of any manufacturing or handling defects. So what kind of manufacturing or handling defects can you have with a digital collectible? Because all CGC grading is looking for faults, defects, misprints. What is wrong with the card? That's all they're looking for. What is wrong with it? Not how rare it is, right? The rarity depends on its grading and its defect. And as of right now with VV collectibles, there's no way to dictate how defective or wrong it is or anything like that. I think this is, I'll be honest, this is the closest translation we have somewhat to a physical grading scale, but it's like you said, how do you compare physical grading scale to NFT comic mint numbers? How is this a grading system? Because what are we grading it on? Just mint numbers? That's already built into the system. There's already 60,000 max or 30,000 max of a comic going all the way down to 1. But strangely enough, probably the top 0.5%, maybe the top 1%, those are all going to VV. Like they own the first 40 something, what's it called? First 40 collectibles of like each rarity almost. So how is this gonna work, right? I don't know. Of course, it doesn't take, like I said, rarities into consideration, VV exclusive covers, things like that. I'm just not entirely sure. I think this system is just a little oversimplified. If they said this was a rough guide or maybe kind of like a translation between this to kind of like help comic book collectors get somewhat of an idea, but calling this like a hard and fast grading scale that is a slab, system for this. I don't know. Like, I don't even know what a slab is. Or I know it seems like slab is just a chart for the most part. I could be wrong. And it says free graded slab. Like, I'm looking at it right now. It's free. Like, I don't understand that part. I'm not just trying to shit on comics or crypto. I love their content. I literally promoted their content like a week ago when I did. I put them as one of my top resources for comics and stuff. But this like just doesn't really make sense. The whole point of VV digital collectibles is that they're all perfect 10s, right? They're all perfectly graded. They can't degrade physically or anything like that. At least I hope they can't. Cool. All right, let me send this over now before I forget. And while you guys are doing that, while I'm doing that, what the hell? Let me know what you guys think about this. There's some points that I made, and yeah, like, is it just as black and white as this, or should we take rarities into consideration? Exclusive art covers, they said special mint numbers are 1 of 1s, but then again, I mean, Rob said, aren't they technically all 1 of 1s, like, for the most part? So Let's see. Is it collectible? Dude, my nose always starts like itching or like getting dried up. Like whenever I start streaming, it's really obnoxious. Transfer. QR code, come on. It's like really struggling. There it goes. Confirm. Give me a sec here. But let me know what you guys think in the comments and I'll read them. Let's go. Look at this. I know it's going to cover some of the screen awkwardly, but let's go. Successfully transferred. Xander 30. Congrats on getting the comic drop, my dude. Hell yeah. And as we get more members, I might start doing some member-only giveaways as well. With probably some slightly nicer comics. You know, some common comics that are probably worth more than, you know, less than 7 gems. But yeah. Let's full screen this so it looks a bit cleaner. Just sent you a tweet. Hell yeah, John. Any chance you could check out the rare Fantastic Four 13 comic? Price action, curious what it was 1 to 2 months ago along the listing amount. Yeah, we'll check that out in a sec. Thanks again. Rare grind breeds. I don't think a secret rare 5-digit mint should be looked at as less worthy than a 3-digit common. So this isn't, so it's supposed to be in relation to other commons. So if your common is rated, you know, let's say you have literally a sub 100 common, that's going to put you what, up here in the top 1-2%, you know, or less than that. It's not, it doesn't mean yours is worth more than a secret rare, I guess. It just, it should be much higher than commons, which it already is. So that's the part I don't get, right? It would make more sense, kind of, if they did the mint numbers similarly to what someone said earlier. It's like, why don't they just do it like they do with the collectibles, where like Maznak said, blind box system, meaning the number of variant, it would basically say all the commons would have 1 to 24,000, then all the uncommons would have 1 to 5,000. This would make slightly more sense in that case, but because like the way the current system is set up, it could be impossible in general for a secret rare to be rated above an 8.5. If it just got really unlucky with the mint numbers or whatever, it'll just never have above an 8.5. It could just have a lot of numbers that are huddled around you know, the triple digits on the high end. Like maybe there'll be a couple above 8.5, but other than that, like it could be impossible for a secret rare to be like above a 9.6 or 9.4. It's just impossible. So grading something that doesn't degrade makes absolutely no sense. Yeah, like it's almost like those words share a word, grade, degrade, grading. How do you grade something that doesn't degrade? So that's why the only issue I really have with this is like it doesn't take rarities into consideration. It doesn't take exclusive covers into consideration. There's and VEVE NFTs are infinitely more complex, and at least in this kind of sense, for price wise, than it comes to CGC grading. Like CGC grading, don't get me wrong, it's also very complex with how they do it and all that stuff, but that's all the physical end of things. But like when you're adding like different rarities and stuff to it, that can be really difficult. So yeah, Joe, I agree with that sentiment. Sup vibes, would you take ultra rare ASM #1 or Fantastic Four #1 versus Donald and Wally? Honestly, any of those are fine. It really depends. I mean, for the most part, what I've kind of found out is comics are much more slow and steady, good profit. But I could see Donald and Wally like overtaking those comics, potentially price wise, like in the near future. But in the long term, it could even out. Maybe the comics are much better long term. But I mean, Ryan, you're probably gonna have to hold on to it for like years, right? But Golden Moments Donald could really take off. Same thing with Wally. Yeah, it's hard to tell. Like honestly, any of those are winners. It's really up to you. I couldn't give you a hard and fast rule as to like which ones are going to do the best, but all I can say is from what I could tell is that especially the ultra rare comics, those are much more slow and steady, less likely to get gem squeezed. They don't run up as much as collectibles. Part of me does kind of like Donald and Wally just because you are diversified a bit and you can sell one off if you really wanted to or needed to. ASM number 1 and Fantastic Four number 1, not sure. Yeah, that's what I'd say. Like, they're all winners. I can't tell you guys which one is going to do better, you know, a year from now, 2 years, 5 years, 3 months, 2 weeks. Like, I have no idea. Rarity should be considered if there's only 600 secret rare comics out of 30,000 editions. That should instantly be a 9.8 grade or ranking either way you slice it. Yeah, I mean, rating what? I don't know. They already have ratings, rare, secret rare. There's already mints that already give it extra value. So not only do the mints already give it value, because that's what we're basing it off of, is mint numbers, right? That already gives it value. That's pretty much it. If anything, this will help, like, maybe some of the mints that are like between like 150 and like 500. Like, I don't know, but even then, it's because some people might view it as a 9.4 grade or whatever, but I don't know. I just don't see it personally. That's why I would love to kind of understand what comics and crypto are going with this, because all it is just numbers versus numbers, right? Literally all they did was say, hey, how can we divide up a 10-point system, you know, from 10.0 all the way down to 0.05? How do we just divide that up by just mints and just make a percentage against it? That's literally all they did. You know, not going against it. I mean, a bit, but I don't know. Let me just read more comments. No point having comics NFTs gradable. Just give it utility, i.e. this comic NFT will give you access to purchase a limited edition exclusive physical cover, comic book, etc., Spider-Man movie, set guest access. Oh, yeah, something like that could be cool. I'm not sure how they would be able to keep track of it, or if someone bought one and then sold it, took advantage of that offer and then sold it to someone else. Would that get used up? I don't know. Honestly, and in my personal opinion, I don't think comics are like any Disney NFTs or Marvel. Like, they don't even need utility. They don't need it. I'm sure Disney might give it eventually, but for the most part, this whole grading scale thing, I don't know. It's still community, you know, related, but comics and crypto is highly regarded as, you know, kind of one of the go-to, you know, content creators when it comes to comics. And then Cherry Charts is probably the second most used platform other than ecomi wiki for reading charts and people using it for financial decisions to purchase stuff, right? So Sat Gaming, it's all a numbers game. Yeah. Sup vibes, we egg salute you. Hell yeah. But Sat Gaming, I would love to hear what you, I think it was you, right? You said, like, it makes sense to you. Like, numerically, it makes sense. Yeah. Every 0.1 just equals 0.5%, and you just go down. That's literally it. All they did was, you know, all that's done here is just simple math. But I think the grading system, or just the value of NFTs in general, is infinitely more complex than just grades, right? And I think we can all agree with that. I think the Spider-Woman movie is still being made. Oh, I don't know. Chasing Sundays, that chart isn't anything different than the real world. A 10 grade of a trash comic isn't more valuable than a 9.2 action comic one. It's just a quick reference guide to what people already do when looking for low mints. The slab is just a way to show it off. Yeah. So the way I see it, but like in actuality though, the pricing on here is way different, right? Like in real life, like the 10.0 rating is sometimes like 3 or 4 or 5 times more expensive than the 9.0, right? Or even sometimes the 9.6. Like it's crazy to think of, because like the majority of the value is all huddled up at the top at like the 9.8 to 10 point rating, and then like everything else is much lower, right? So it's something I brought up in Rob's stuff. Like, I think this chart would be okay if they just said, okay, the top 10% of comics, they're probably priced like this. And if you're in the bottom 90% of the mint numbers, it's probably just floor price, which is fine. But I think basically saying like, oh, you're kind of highish mint, like comic is trashed here. It's like basically in ruins. I don't know. It just seems strange to me. Like, and do we price, is floor price at 5.0, right? Like, let's say a comic floor price common is at a 5.0. Let's say it's floor price at 100 gems. If your thing is below this, does that mean you can't sell these at floor price? You have to actually undercut the floor, which I know is kind of a weird sentiment, but like maybe the floor is at 100 and then someone undercuts. I know that technically becomes the new floor, but let's say all the 5.0 ratings are above there and that's what everyone wants. You know, I don't know. It just doesn't make too much sense to me, to be honest. I would love to have it explained outside of just here's a direct number translation. I think the pricing is already worked in. People are already valuing the top 10 or 20% of NFTs kind of like this. Maybe not a direct ratio of like, oh, the top 0.5% should be 15 times more expensive than the floor or whatever, but I don't know. Again, there would be no need for grading if each variant had their own sequence that own number sequence, so that each rarity would have their own scarcity. Yeah, like that would make a bit more sense. To be quite honest, we would definitely have a lot of sub 100 mints, and I think that means with every collectible comic drop that we release, every blind box would have 5 sets of sub 100 mints. So that means 500 mints would be sub 100 out of the 30,000, right? That's actually quite a bit. I don't know. It depends. I mean, it's a good idea, but maybe there's a reason why VEVE didn't do it, or maybe they just didn't think about it at the time. Besides the merit of the system, how do you feel about a third party coming in trying to take over grading? Yeah, I'm just not a big fan of it. I mean, they can do whatever they want, right? I think in some ways it does seem like comics and crypto are trying to position themselves as like the grading experts and like, hey, this is what we want to do. You know, maybe a little bit, I'm not saying they are, but maybe a little bit of conflict of interest that they have been going for the lower tier, not lower tier, but like the lower mint numbers of all the comics. They've been pretty much going for low mints of a lot of the comics, and they put out this chart that says, hey, like, I know right now people are valuing sub 100 mints as, you know, 2 or 3 times the floor, but really with this grading system, we think it should be 5 to 6 times the floor, or 7 times the floor, because that's basically how this grading system works, right? And especially if you're bringing the numbers all the way down to a 0.5, I don't know, this doesn't just make a whole lot of sense, right? Like, at least not to me. But a third party coming in trying to take over grading, yeah. And that's the other thing too, like if it was just comics or crypto, I'm like, all right, whatever. But the fact they're also getting involved with cherry charts, you know, I'm not too certain about that. I'm kind of curious how this plays out. I think overall it seems like the general community sentiment is kind of whatever. I wouldn't say it's split 50-50. Yeah, I don't know. And I don't want to get too much into the drama. Kind of not a big fan of how some of the replies that VEVE has been, not VEVE, but that some of the replies that people that are involved with this project are replying to people out here on Twitter. Not a huge fan of that, but the design, an absolutely fantastic, state-of-the-art, one-of-a-kind integrated grading scale metric. I've been respectfully invited to beta test a use case, of course. The person that specializes in low mints gets to try out this low grade grading thing. David and Dan Reese, look this up ASAP. Yeah, kind of curious how this plays out. And like, that's the thing, like, who knows, a year from now, 10 years from now, we could be all wrong. And like, hey, this is how grading works. It is what it is, but the grading system still just doesn't make sense to me. Grade at Digital Comics is a mentor. It's called a state-of-the-art system. Yeah, this whole it only benefits people who bought low mints, hurts the rest, no thanks. Sorry you missed the boat on something that was made common sense and lost thousands listening to the comic way. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, some of the responses that some people have been giving to the community are people that have been giving valid feedback. You know, not a huge fan of, but it is what it is. There was something else that they showed too. Maybe, maybe not. Could have sworn there was something else. Sam Marriott, I don't know who that is. VEVE online coach. Low mints matter because they look much cleaner. Okay, they look cleaner. There's a scarcity factor. There's less available 3-digit mints between, you know, 100 and 1,000 compared to, yeah, I mean, that makes sense. It annoys comic fudders who miss the boat on low mints. I mean, the thing is, like, the low mints are already priced in, right? That's all I'm saying. It's like, it's already priced in. I'm just not sure what this necessarily accomplishes. And I think basically saying that anything that basically half of the collectibles that are on the platform, or hell, even like 80% of the collectibles, 75% of the comics on a drop are just trash tier, below floor, terrible. I don't know. I think that comics are definitely undervalued right now. I think they will see their day very soon. No, I think that's been happening for a while, comic fan. I mean, I've been giving a lot of attention to comics the last like 3 weeks. I've been talking about them quite a bit on my streams, on my videos. I think they're already there, or at least already getting enough attention. Now it's just like getting the right people and the right money onto the app to people to like really invest in it. I don't think VEVE will adopt this type of rating anyway, as they've squashed the idea during an AMA in late 2021. That revolved around degrading comics. Like, so their whole thing wasn't about grading comics, it was about degrading comics, in the sense of the more you open a comic, it degrades over time, and then at that point we can like VEVE or Comics and Crypto can come up with a grading system saying, hey, if it hasn't been open ever, you know, at all, it's a 10.0. But if it's been open once or twice, it's a 9.9, and then 3 to 5 is a 9.8, you know, then whatever going down, whatever system they want, right? VEVE said no to basically degrading comics, like the more you open it, because that kind of gets rid of the whole point of digital comics, right? I just think that like VEVE, like the NFTs already have a grading system in and of itself with their mint numbers, you know, and there's a reason why the top or the bottom, technically 80% of comics are all going basically for floor price, right? They're all just going for floor price. It's already kind of built in, but I don't think we should just dumpster on more of the bottom tier comics because they're just not like a low mint, right? Like high mints are already going to be priced high, but I'm just kind of curious to see how this all plays out in the end, for the most part. Like I just, again, in my mind, it just doesn't make too much sense to me. I would just love to just hear an explanation, be like, hey, is rarity taken into consideration? Exclusive art covers, specialty mints, how are you going to grade one of one mints with special stuff? Like, I don't know. Let's see. Comics and Crypto, as well as others, purchase a lot of low mints. What better way to pump their values than assign a value to them that can get the community to accept it? Conflict of interest here. I think so. I don't want to just outright say like, yeah, conflict of interest, but if that is part of it, because I think in their mind there's like, because realistically a 10.0 comic is worth, it scales, what's it called? Like, let me look up something. Let me look up something. Come on. Because it goes up like exponentially in a way, right? See, this is what they want. Because technically sub 100 in a way, I mean the highest that they have. So this is the Ghost Rider comic. This is the CGC rating the Ghost Rider, the Marvel Spotlight #5. So you see how a 9.2 is worth 14,000, and then a 9.6 is basically 5 times the amount. Like, even though, so a direct translation to VEVE would be like saying, let's say you have 10,000 mints, just to keep it simple. So if you have a 800 mint, it's worth, or no, yeah, out of 10,000. So if you have like an 800 mint, it'd be worth this much. But if you have a no, it's 400. Yeah, so 800 mint would be this one. But if you have a 400 mint, so half the mint number or whatever, it's worth 5 times the floor, or 5 times the amount of an 800, technically, based off this. I know this is just a really rough outline. Like, what if we also did did Amazing Spider-Man #1? Yeah, let's look at this one. Last sold 2016. I don't know. What about and then what about, you know, comics like Amazing Spider-Man? There's not even one above a 9.6, so like, how would you even rate it? I don't know. Marvel Comics, let's click on this. Yeah, I remember like there's like none. I think the highest one was like a 2.0. What's another comic that's like pretty high tier? Fantastic Four #1. Let's do that. And I'm just looking at Go Collect for the most part. Is this right? Cover art doesn't seem right. There it is. So you notice how like the numbers like exponentially go up, like even though the ratings are going up, like a 6 to an 8, like it's basically 4 times the amount, and this is like 50% more. I guess it depends on the comic and stuff, but yeah, I guess in their mind they're thinking, hey, if there's a mint 50 of something, why is it, you know, VEVE, the VEVE community is only rating it as, you know, let's say 3 or 4 times the floor. I mean, it'd probably be more than that if it like a mint 50. You know, let's say it's 6 times the floor. They, you know, it sounds like they want it to be 10 to 15 times the floor. Who knows? I'm just kind of curious. What does a 0.5 graded physical comic even look like? Survive the fire, basically. I'm not entirely sure how they would do that. Comic collectors look at the cover and then graded number. All these digital comics look the same apart from mint number, so the only way to grade them is based off the mint number. That differentiates them. But what about all the covers? All the variations? All the variations of covers. It's the same comic, right? But like the rarity is also differentiated, you know, VEVE exclusive covers. And don't we already have that? Like you said, all the digital comics look the same apart from mint number. So that's already built into the system. But I guess my question is should a, you know, let's say a mint 1000, should that be exponentially more expensive than a mint, you know, 3000 or 6000 or whatever it is? The chart doesn't correlate price equally across all comics. I realize that, yeah. A modern 9.8 is way different than a Silver Age 9.8. Yeah, exactly. That's the point I'm saying here. I'm not saying they should all be the same price. Like, it doesn't make sense that the most recent Miss Marvel is not the same price as Marvel Comics #1. Like, that just makes sense. I'm just saying is that basically, are the bottom tier comics, like if you're in the bottom 50%, are you just below floor price? Or are you forever gonna have to sell your things like below floor price? Does floor price start at 0.5? Does it start at 3.5 or 7? Like, where does floor price technically start? And if you just were unfortunate enough to get the bottom 50%, do you have to actually sell for like under box price at that point? Like, what's, you know, how does that, what is that considered? 0.5 is considered an incomplete, which I don't know about that. Sean, I feel you 100%. Yeah. Felonini, I don't like the comic grading personally. I agree with the market sets the price already for better mints. Yeah, the mints are already, the mints is basically a grading scale somewhat in and of itself. I realize that, you know, a lot of NFT collectors in general, everyone's going to want to find a way to make sure that their NFTs stand out, right? Just speak a small conflict of interest here. You know, the people that have been specifically targeting a certain low mint or low mint NFTs or comics, then they come out with the chart saying, you know, why don't they expand this chart more? Why is it always like, is it really that every 0.1 is just a 0.5% down? Like, wouldn't it be more likely that like, oh, like 8.0 and down is just the bottom 80%? Like, don't even, like, the bottom 80% of comics is just an 8.0. That's it. It's just an 8.0 because they're all the same. But like maybe the top 20%, okay, now you can start asking for a premium because it's the top 20%. Why go all the way down to just like, if you're in the bottom 50%, you're just the comic grading at that point, unless you literally have a grail, unless you literally have like Marvel Comics or something like that where people can bring in a 2.0, it's so rare that you're still going to get hundreds of thousands of dollars for it. It just doesn't make sense to me. Bro, I don't know if you answered already, but is it due to the fact that low mint numbers are first minted on blockchain? That's why they matter if it's recorded on Etherscan? I don't know. So last I heard from Reese is that technically the NFTs, the way they're minted is not exact. So let's say we had 30,000 comics. What he said is, I think the way they mint it is like maybe they'll section off in mints of 30, or not 30, but like, let's say 100 or 500, whatever it is. That group of 500 NFTs that's like first minted, let's say the first 500, is randomly minted. So technically, you know, as far as I know, the first one could be minted as a 496. And the next one is a 305. And the next one is this. It's just completely random. Last I heard. I don't know if that's 100% sure, true. But when the set is complete, that 500 group of 500 is done, you're gonna have 1 through 500, but the order isn't necessarily complete. I don't know if that's true or not. That's the last I heard. I would think it's just mints it from 1 to 500, like in order, and that's it. But I've heard that's from Reese. I thought he said something to the effect of like, well, they're done in clusters, and even though they might not be exact, it's still done in that first group of clusters or whatever it is, you know. And even if one was minted first, I think the mint number itself is more important. But yeah. Ghost Rider is unique due to the black cover, very rare and high grade. Cool. I don't know that. Rady's Nader. Or Raddy's Nader, nice to meet you, dude. I think it's the first time I've seen you on stream. So yeah, like, do you think it's fair that they can kind of come out and just say like, hey, half the comics that are minted are just trash tier, you know? And at one point, where does the floor start? That's my question. Like, where does the floor start? I don't know. Like, who knows? I mean, this could be the chart that we use forever. You know, starting at it could take 6 months, could take a year, 2 years for people to kind of finally adopt this. At this point, that could be the system, you know. But the whole grading system, I mean, the mint numbers are already built in for the most part. I think the grading is dumb. Maybe it would be cool though if they offer a thing where you can get your comic rated on the app for like 100 to 200 gems. That way the high mints don't get devalued. What do you mean? It would be cool if they offer a thing where you can get your comic graded on the app for like 1 to 200 gems. I feel like you just kind of just said something counterintuitive to your point. You said you think grading is dumb, but paying for a grading is okay. I'm kind of not seeing this. Yeah, I don't understand that. Maybe MCP purchase? I don't know. Tomer BB, I don't think anyone except low mint hunters would have anything positive to say about it. In my opinion, mint's numbers barely matters. Yeah, like, I understand the value of low mints, don't get me wrong. I understand the value of it, but should we start putting numbers that exponentially increase the price as well as exponentially decrease the price, potentially, of these comics, right? I don't know. Who are Comics and Crypto? They only have 7,000 followers. Are they just YouTubers or actually have a say? Or is it those who have collaborated with that we should be worried about? If not, why should we even care? They are typically considered to be kind of like the go-to comic content creators for comics in general. Like them, Sleeping Comics. I think there might be one other person that like really focuses on comics. They're all basically physical comic book collectors that are in the NFT space and that do collect comics. But yeah, so not entirely sure how that would work. So that's just who they are. Like, I think you're relatively, no, Shahi, you've been here for a while. You've been here since like August 2021. I'm surprised you haven't heard of Comics and Crypto. I mean, we can pull up their channel really quick, hopefully. Linktree. There's their YouTube. Well, this is their YouTube channel. Like I said, they have 7,000 subs. They make content, all kinds of stuff, and they do coverage of each comic that comes out. They tell you the history behind it. Is it going to be a hodl or a sell, and on all kinds of stuff. So they're kind of just, and I think just because the community is so small in VeVe, they're kind of like the de facto people to kind of go to for comics, and whether they're, you know, this comic is worth collecting or not, for the most part. But yeah, not too sure how I feel about the rated list. Mostly it's like, I just want to hear like what was their thought process of the rating system, and did they base it off anything else other than just strictly mint numbers? Because all you essentially did is just put a number next to a 0.5%. So a 10 is just top 0.5%, 9.9, top, or the next 0.5%, 9.8 is the next 1%. You know, because it jumps 2 points here, right? 9.8 down to 9.6, 2 points. So 2%, 1%, like. So I'm just kind of curious if they took anything else into consideration other than that, for the most part. Because already on the app, the top 0.5% of mints or the top 1% of mints are already the most expensive on average for the most part. So I like to see the mint sequence, which appears the same for the 30,000 comic drop. For example, 1,109 is always a common. Yeah, that too. So if I can see if a particular mint number for the particular variant is the first or the fifth publicly available. Yeah, that's what you said earlier, Maznak. Maybe that could help with it. That could maybe make the grading system a bit more clear. But right now, the way the drop system works, and like there's just mixed, you know, like I said, there could be some secret rares or, you know, secret rares that it's just impossible for them to get a 9.2 mint or higher because maybe they got really unlucky with the minting numbers. I mean, who the hell would want to collect a 0.5 like 4.5% comic? I don't know. Grading NFTs is stupid. Grading is about identifying defects. Yeah, I agree. Like I said, I just pulled up the CGC thing here. You know, highest grade assigned, the collectible must have no evidence of any kind of manufacturer handling defects. What kind of manufacturer handling defects will a digital collectible have, or a digital comic? The collectible is nearly indistinguishable from a 10.0, but will have very minor manufacturing defects, will not have any evidence of handling defects. Nearly a perfect collectible, negligible handling or manufacturing defects. So, yeah, I don't know. Like, I understand, like, comic book collectors like these grading scales and stuff like that. You know, they understand this, but I don't know why they need to make it more exclusive than it already is. I'm not sure. Where the hell was I at? I will just have this up for now. I will admit, like, it looks cool. Like, whatever they had here. That whole thing that they had, like, that looks pretty cool. Like, don't get me wrong. It's a little bit further down. Comes crypto inside like this. I'll be honest, like, this looks kind of cool. This whole grading system, right? But how do you show an order ship, and like, what if you sell it to someone else? Do they then get this? Like, I'm not exactly sure how that would work. Kind of curious what people are saying. You can't grade a digital comic just by its mint number and calling it state-of-the-art system. Damn, you want that extra money. Only benefits people. Every SR should be a minimum 9.5 and scale up from there. Yeah, I don't think we should, like, it goes both ways. I don't think people should be on here, you know, demeaning people, but we also shouldn't be just saying, oh, they're just out to just pump their bags or whatever it is, right? Like I said, like, the number, like, numerically, the scale makes sense numerically, but NFT collectibles are infinitely more complex, and the way that we do the drop system, like I said, if we actually did it kind of like how Maznak said, where, like, now there's 100, you know, 1 to 1,000 for uncommons, and then 1 to 500 for ultra rares, and, you know, whatever it is, then yeah. This seems redundant and arbitrary. The mint numbers are their own system, and the value is up to the seller/buyer. Physical grading has nothing to do with VEVE mint numbers. I kind of agree with that, and I think that's the whole point, right? Is that they're supposed to supplement each other, right? I think adding a grading system seems a bit weird. And I think that was the whole point, was like VEVE collectibles, or like the VEVE comics, were supposed to be there in a way to kind of support comic collectors. Like, there's a lot of people that have started to buy comics because of VEVE for the most part. I'm not saying like this is going to ruin it or anything like that, but now we're starting to like really blur the lines between physical and digital. And then the next thing you know, now I don't think VEVE is ever going to add degrading comics. I think that's a terrible idea. But this whole, I think if Comics or Crypto didn't call this a grading system or a slab and all that stuff, like if they just said, hey, here's a rough guide, like if you're a comic book collector and you're trying to understand the mint numbers, here's a very rough guide of what we think it could be, for the most part, like whatever it is. And I don't think we should also be telling new comic book collectors, like, yeah, by the way, if you have a 28 30,000, you know, whatever mint out of 30,000, it's trash tier. Do not collect those. Do not collect anything that is low mint. Do not collect those. Do not buy those. Only buy up here. You know, true comic book collectors would only buy up here, you know, kind of thing. I don't know. That's just my take on it. Like I said, honestly, and that's the other thing too, if they just focus on the top 10 or 20% of comics, because I do think those are the mint numbers you can start asking for somewhat of a premium on over floor price. And they just said, hey, by the way, if you're in the bottom 80%, that's just floor price. But if you're in the top 20%, we think that the pricing should be kind of like this, like whatever, like, okay, that's fine. But I think my main issue is just shitting on all the low end comics. High end comics, it is, you know, the high end mints. I honestly don't really care about the high-end mints stuff for the most part. It is just a bit weird that like certain rarities are just impossible to achieve a 9.9 just because it lost the mint raffle when it just got minted. It just didn't get a high enough mint, so it just doesn't get one ever. I think that one's a bit weird, but mostly it's just shitting on the like bottom 50% of mints. The highest mints are usually more as well. Yeah, it's already built into the system that the low mints are already being sold at a premium. Like Recur Forever passes the lowest mints is the most expensive. When the market open, the lowest mint are selling the highest. It's just how it is. They don't want everyone becoming a millionaire fast. I don't think it's so much that. It's just, it's not that like, oh, they don't want people being millionaires. That's like saying, oh, Recur doesn't want people spending too much money on their NFTs. It's just the way it is. People want to find ways to stand out, and that's fine. But I think also just completely shitting on the bottom 50% of mints is not the way to go either. I don't think we need anything that decreases the price further on anything at the moment. Yeah, I don't know. And that's the other thing too, like where does floor price start? Does it start at 0.5? Does it start at 2.5? Does it start at 6? Like where does floor price start? And if it does start at 5, you know, 5, does that mean if you got the top end, technically, yeah, if you got the bottom end of 50%, you just have a trash comic, so you better sell it for below floor or box price or below box price, whatever it is. Like, I don't know. And I'm probably looking too much into this, to be quite honest. I'm not usually one to like go too in depth with like all of this kind of stuff, to be honest, but I think it's just interesting. I think the community as well as myself have brought up some valid criticism and points and like certain things that just aren't being taken into consideration on here, because this is nothing more than, all they did was just some math on here. Like honestly, if you just flipped these numbers from 10 to 0.05, that's essentially what they did. 0.5, 0.5, you know, 1, 1, 2, 2. Like that's all they did was just, they did the math like, hey, if we did the math on a 10 grading scale and we just did the math to mint numbers, this is what it would look like. But like then just calling it a grading system, I don't know, and making it come off as super formal and this is how it should be, and having it on cherry charts and all that stuff. I don't know. I don't think I have nothing wrong with like cherry charts, like putting on their list, but yeah, I'm not sure. I think also some people got the wrong impression. They thought like VEVE was gonna like sponsor this or like make this a formal thing on the VEVE platform. Not by any means, not that I know of. All they did was just tweet at VEVE, and that's it. That's all they did. They said VEVE official NFT comics. That's all they said. Like, hey, it's not just random NFTs. These are VEVE NFTs. So, why is everyone so upset about comics and crypto bringing out this system? It's mostly that it's just dumping on the bottom end of comics, in my opinion. Basically, saying any comic that is in the bottom 50% is like, technically, if we're comparing it to the comic grading scale, it is trash tier. It is like below 5.0, and especially if you're a 0.5 or, you know, below 2 or whatever, it's like, if you're in the bottom 20%, your comic is trash, right? And that's the other thing too. It's like, where does it start? So, I don't know. It just seems like it just doesn't make a lot of sense. That's my main thing. It doesn't make a lot of sense. And I just kind of want to understand what helped them come up with this scale, and do they take things into consideration like rarities, as well as like VEVE exclusive covers and things like that. It's not a grading system. It sounds like some content creators just want to have influence on what's important. Maybe. The point I was trying to make, Vibes, is that it would be better for the app if not all comics are graded. Have it where you can get them graded for a fee if you choose. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how you would grade it either. I mean, do you just put a mint number next to it? Or you just put like a physical grading scale? Like, do you just follow this scale and you have to pay money to get a number next to it? I don't know. Resale, best undervalued NFT for girlfriend. I want to send her an NFT. Thanks for all your knowledge, man. It depends on what she likes, dude. Does she like Harley Quinn? Does she like Disney? Does she like Spider-Man? Does she like little cutesy stuff. There's some cutesy like independent artist stuff. Would you like the Murmurcornos / Unicornos? Would you like comics? You know, I don't know. Like maybe if she's your favorite character, you know, get her a Wonder Woman. Like it really depends on what she likes. I would just get her whatever that is, depending on what she likes. MD, I also don't disagree with the system, but the market will decide on a system by itself. So anyways, what does it even matter what comics crypto say? Yeah, it's just probably just mostly because they are the leading, roughly, you know, people do mention them first and foremost when it does come to comic drops and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm just going to catch up with chat and we'll go ahead and like start actually talking about the market for the most part. Yeah, I mean, like, who are they in regards to getting this grading system verified? They're not getting verified by VEVE at all. With only 7, they're not verified. All they did was just at VEVE. And in that sense, all they said was like, this is a grading scale that we believe to be true for your VEVE NFTs. That's all they said. So they're not getting verified by VEVE. They're not, it's not official. It's not on the website. It's not on the app. It's not on anything VEVE related. It's just them proclaiming this is what the grading scale should look like. That's it. How did they get it verified? It's not verified by VEVE. I think it's a visible indicator. Grading based on the number of previous owners would be awesome. It would encourage diamond handing, reducing flippers. I've heard that before. I used to do that with like Team Fortress 2 hat trading. Digital hats that have different effects. They know there was TF2 hat trading, in case you guys didn't know, like it's very similar to VEVE in a way. I wonder if these websites are still even up. Let's see. So I used to be on here quite a bit back in the day, not anymore. So look at this. So this is what I used to do back in the day. In case you guys didn't know. Let me clear this. Oof, bit of lag. Might have to close some stuff. We don't need all these tabs. We don't need most of these tabs. It's also lagging because this thing apparently runs a shit ton of ads. So these are all unusual hats that you can have. Hats, miscellaneous items that you can wear. These are all unusuals. And the only way you can get these is by having a key. You open basically a blind box crate. And I think there's a 1% chance you can get an unusual hat with a random effect. So let's look at this one, Team Captain, which is considered to be the grail of all grail hats in Team Fortress 2 editions. So these are all the different gosh, I gotta like keep zooming in so you guys can like actually see the effects and stuff. And each effect has a different rarity applied to it. So a Burning Flames Team Captain is the highest tier. So 70, it's worth 78 keys, which is roughly worth about $12,000. That's what it says here, but this is an out-of-date price. If it has an exclamation point, it means that like no one's bought it in a long time. So, but this is like this is one of the first hats in the game. Like it's part of basically it's the equivalent of season 1. There's only the first like series of crates they released only had certain hats, and if you were really early in the game or if you opened it or you got a Burning Team Captain, that is the rarest hat with the rarest effect, the Burning hat. Burning Team Captain. There's the Harvest Moon Team Captain, which is a Halloween exclusive effect, so very limited mints. And the next one is another Halloween effect. Halloween effects are actually pretty interesting because like you can only get the crates for a very limited amount of time during like the Halloween event. Then there's the Scorching Flames Team Captain, which for 1,200 keys, which is roughly worth about $2,000. Then there's more rarities, but these are all rarities, and it goes all the way down to, if you notice, like the less, I don't know, quote unquote cool effects, and as more, and it says there's 23 that exist here, there's only 4 that exist here, 18 Burning Captains that exist here. So there's some rarity, and that's just an about number, right? They're not 100% sure. I think you have to like register your account in order for them to like for it to exist. So there could be more or less than these. But I used to do this all the time. I used to, you know, buy low, sell high, trade, do this and that. I used to make quite a bit of money doing this back in the day. But this was years and years and years ago. It's crazy how many more hats the TF2 has actually come up with. Why is this not going back? So there's, and I think that's kind of where I've applied some of the knowledge that I know to VEVE. Like a lot of the season 1 stuff is highly valuable, but the difference here is that there's different, you know, VeVe is different because there's big IPs. There's like Disney, there's Marvel, there's Batman, there's different stuff. There's payment fees. There's a free market that moves really, really quickly, which is very different from here. So the Burning Team Captain is only available for one class, which is called the Soldier. But the Viewfinder, which is an item that any class can wear, that's also rated pretty high too. So yeah, I don't want to get too in depth with this, but there's a ton of different rarities and stuff. So it's very similar to VeVe in that sense. So like I said, I'm going to catch up with chat and then we're going to like actually do some market stuff. So as a comic collector, I do not like the grading of NFTs. Comics are not like the other NFTs are identical. It will not bring future comic collectors to VeVe. I think so too. I don't know. We'll see how it works. And I think that's part of the reason why I think some comic collectors like VeVe is that you can just buy the comic, right? You don't have to worry about the rating system, or like, yeah, the mint numbers are innately in the grading system, but if you like a comic, you just buy it. You don't have to worry about handling it or shipping or damaging it or what's the rating on it and all that stuff. Like, you just buy it and you collect it. Like, it's, you know, and if you do want a low mint and try to get a premium for it and sell it for more later, like, you can do that as well. Like, also just innately, as more people want these comics, the mint numbers in some degree, at least like floor price ones, don't really matter. The only way I see a grading system work is basically as at a glance value rating instead of trying to do math and figure out what the top percentages are. Still don't want anything lowering value. I think so too. Does the Kang FA comic on VeVe have a manufacturing defect because of the double cover? Maybe that's the original physical I had. No idea. I have no idea. I doubt that was the case, but I think just trying to apply a physical grading technique to a digital technique and they're completely not the same just doesn't make sense. I don't know. If this is the way forward, guess we got to start flipping and will only be for the rich and smart flippers to snipe the low sub 500 mints to get the rich richer. Yeah, like I said, like, who knows, this system could be mass adopted, you know, 6 months, a year from now, 2 years from now, who knows? And like, maybe we'll look back in hindsight like, oh my God, why did I even bother with 6-digit mints? All the 6-digit mints are just cancer. They're just terrible. Why would you ever buy one? They're why, you know, it's a 0.5, it's a 0.3, not 0.3, but it's a 3.0. Like, what are you thinking? Like, who knows? ASPM number 199 on floor. Oh my God, I don't know what that is. Sorry. Amazing Spider-Man PM. I don't know what that is. Sorry if I forgot. Diamond Ink. What if they only slabbed 9 to 10 and the rest they didn't do no grade, just mint number with slab? Different percentages gets different color. That's kind of what I'm saying. If they just rated the top 10 or 20%, I can agree with that. I think my main issue is that they're just shitting on like the bottom 50% of mints, or basically anything that's, because I would assume like true collectors or whatever, you know, we're gonna want the highest mints they can afford for the most part, but I don't know. And a slap in the face for those of us who dedicated time and money and efforts into getting the drop regardless of mint. Even the highest mint was a successful piece to us, so let's see if it comes first to light. Yeah, and they even said like getting the highest mint possible, so if it's a 30,000 mints and you get the 30,000 mint, that's a one of one. I think you can ask for a premium for that. Was thinking of selling UR Ghost Rider for a third Ben Riley. I'm up 100 or so in the comic. Is there a better move you can think of? Thanks, brother. I would just hold it, dude. I'm holding mine. I got quite a few. I'm just holding mine. A new scale would make sense as a baseline value of mint. Under 100, under 500. Maybe value of mint, but that depends on rarity too, right? How would you add a value? I guess you could do it kind of, because first off, it based on the comic itself, right? It based off of mint numbers, right? So like, and that's the way the current system is set up. Most of the sub 100 mints go to the commons, right? And so you might have one secret rare, 2 secret rares that might be sub 100 mint. You might have a, you know, 3 or 4 ultra rares that are sub 100 mint. You might have 5 that are, you know, maybe 3 or 4 again at the rare, 3 or 4 at the uncommon, and you might have, you know, 85 that are in the common category, right? In the sub 100 mint. So it depends on rarity, depends on, I mean, some people might value VeVe exclusive covers higher. You know, who knows? There's so many things, so many other things that go into it. And mint numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you know, yeah, like palindromes, 777, etc. Like those are all just personal preference, right? So how would you value those? I think that's the beauty of VeVe, is that there's no hard set scale for what things should be worth. It's all up to people's personal preference, right? People pay whatever they want. No offense, I love you, bro, but why do you talk about this for an hour on your stream if you think the system is so bad? Does this not make this more popular? Maybe, maybe not. Like I said, I'm ready to get on with the stream. For old comics, yeah, any grade is an epic hold. However, no collector wants to hold a 2.0 90s comic. They'll eventually translate, yeah. There are collectors that are going for last mints. They sell at the premium. Yeah, like the very last mints, in my opinion. Also, birth dates, palindromes, consecutive numbers, yeah. Yeah, let me check that really quick. Comic. Fantastic Four, number 13. When you have a chance. No, I got it. I love TF2. It's a great game. I played it for a long time. Don't get me wrong. What were you saying? Well, which rare do you want me to look up, John? You just said Fantastic Four 13. Price action listings when you have the chance. Yeah, let me know which rare do you want me to look up. Actually, it doesn't matter. Let me just look up the 9.8s. Where are the 9.8s? Because apparently rarity doesn't matter. I'm just kidding. Without mentioning names, there are lots of VTubers chasing low mints and have stated for several months that they believe the low mints will be worth the most. Whales are going to do the same. Yeah, and that's fine. Like, they could totally do that. Like, I have nothing against that. I have nothing against people going for low mints. And yeah, low mints should fetch a premium. My only concern is, like, I don't think the other 80% of mints should just be completely just... The community's already... The community sentiment is like, basically, if you don't have the bottom 20%, you're just floor price, which is fine. So I'm just not sure what they're going with rating all the rest being like a 0.5 or whatever. I don't know. Plus, it's like a lot of math to do, right? Like, just how would you know where your thing is rated? Like, you know, math, right? I don't know. Like, am I really gonna look up the mint number of my NFT and then divide it by 60 or 30,000 and do a direct number percent translation to the mint number? Like, I don't care. Like, I'm just gonna put it for floor. The majority of people won't even find out that thing, right? So double and triple digit mints will eventually hold value. No need for the grading. Yeah, pretty much. I think that's pretty much it. What's your take on Thursday's drop? What is Thursday's drop again? Let me pull it up. Oh yeah, Xander, again, congrats on winning the drop. Again, like, I apologize, guys, if I spent too much time talking about that. It's just an interesting topic. It's relatively new. We typically don't get... It's honestly just slow right now, to be honest. Like, the Pixar drop was fun and exciting, but just kind of what... And this is... I'm focused on it because this is something that could affect the market, right? If it was just something random, like, I don't mind too much, but the fact that it's comics and crypto, it's on cherry charts... already Mr. Pags and some other very high-end... I mean, he's not a content creator, but he likes going on content creators. He's known as a whale. You know, if enough people accept it, then it could change, and that's fine. I just want just a little bit more explanation on how they kind of came to the numbers they did, because it seems like all they did was just put every 0.1 is equal to every 0.1 equals 0.5%, and that's it. Where is... Hold on. Oh my gosh. I forgot what Thursday drop even is. What is it? Just a comic? Come on. St. Patrick's Day with the first appearance of Siren. VeVe exclusive rare and ultra rare covers by Ramona Jones drops Thursday. Blind box format. Here, let me pull it over so you guys can see. In case you guys don't know what the Thursday drop is. Here it is. This is Thursday's drop. Where it is? There it is. So this is Thursday's drop. Honestly, that's just Spider-Woman, right? It's the first appearance of Siren. I don't know. I'm waiting for Comics and Crypto and VeVe and 3 and a few other content creators to kind of come up with their own grading system on this. I don't know enough about Spider-Woman. So, good chance I probably won't even bother going for it, but we'll see. like in the secondary market. Shahi, thanks for putting up with us, bro. No, thanks for you guys. You know, I'm not usually like this, but like I said, it's something that could affect the market. I'm just kind of curious how comics and crypto came up with that chart, and if they can come up with a good explanation, and they either have a bunch of other comic book people or content creators or people backing it up and saying, hey, this is great, or you know, whatever, I'm all for it. I'm just kind of curious how they came up with that thing with like, they're just completely ignoring like rarities and other things. I'm just kind of curious. And if this is just like a rough draft, then so be it. But it seems very, very formal. It's on cherry charts. There's looks like almost like plaques or kind of like grading things involved in all that stuff. So I don't know. Just kind of curious, you know, how it plays out, or like what their thought process was. Your thoughts? You are Ghost Rider. Should I sell and get Marvel comic #1 uncommon? I think Ghost Rider #1 is gonna do fantastic, dude. It's a very, very top tier, like Bronze Age comic, at least the one with Johnny Blaze. So it's not the first appearance of Ghost Rider, it's the first appearance of Johnny Blaze as Ghost Rider. So it's a slight difference, but it's still a very high tier comic. And that's the part that's hard for me to decide, right? How do I know that this high tier Bronze Age comic in the ultra rare category, so you got the second highest rarity of a Bronze Age, you know, high tier comic, will that do better than something like what would you say, Marvel comic #1 uncommon? I don't know. I couldn't tell you, dude. But me personally, eating an 8.5% fee to rebuy something else, I don't know. But you know, Marvel comic #1 is, I mean, it is the grail that we have on the for comics. So it's hard to say. I don't know. I wish I could help you out more. I'm not that big into comics, to be quite honest. I've gotten more involved in it in the last 3 weeks, but I'm still not a guru by any means. Or I that's the hardest, like that's something that's very easy for me for collectibles, but when it comes to comics, it's really hard for me to dictate comparing literally not only 2 different comics, but also 2 different rarities of comics on top of that, you know, and then mint numbers involved as well. So it's like it's hard to make that comparison. No grading to comics, boo. Yeah, Diamond, yeah, but I think if someone gets a low mint and they could sell for more, they have to be happy to see. To a whale, they get in the shit idea till it benefits them. Yeah, like, dude, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying low mints don't deserve to be higher or anything like that. Like, yeah, they should definitely be sold at a premium. I think the main thing I get now thinking it out and talking it out with you guys and getting responses, I just don't think we should. I think it's just weird rating all the other comics as super, super low mints, like basically as a 0.5. That just seems weird. The rare, my bad. Okay, I got you. Rare. Let's look at it. Fantastic Four #13. This is the first appearance of the Watcher, which, as far as I remember, it is the first VEVE exclusive cover. I could be wrong, which is probably why the ultra rare is really high. Like, the ultra rare is more expensive than the secret rare because it's the very first VEVE exclusive cover ever for all the comics that they've released. So I think that is why literally the ultra rare is 766 and the secret rare is 740, you know. Yeah, I mean, you can't take those kind of things into consideration with the CGC pricing prediction thingy, right? I don't know. Like, there's just certain things that just innately are accepted by the community, but some people just might not know, right? You can't just figure it out. I'm saying like these are the reasons why I think the grading system could be a bit screwy, right? That's it. You were asking like what it was looking at like 2 months ago. I mean, yeah, we have like 2 candles around 450, dropped off pretty hard, but it's plateauing like really good. Like, it's actually holding its own and during this gem series very well. Like most collectibles are starting to push this like lower end right here, right? Like, if this was a collectible, it'd probably be at like 110 right now, but because it's you know, I feel like comics have actually done a pretty good, at least the relatively higher tier comics have been doing a good job of retaining their value. And I think this one is getting helped out by the fact that it is like the first VEVE exclusive cover as well. So yeah, I think it's pretty decent. One of these days I might buy the ultra rare of this. I don't know, it seems maybe a little bit too speculative for me, the fact that you do have to explain it to people that like, hey, this is the first VEVE exclusive cover. I mean, it's already going up in value a bit because of it. So I mean, just the fact that with the small community that we have now, I mean, it could stay up. I don't know. Cover does look cool. Kind of looks like me, but better. I don't know. Let's see. Ooh, what's up with this? The mouse is like freaking out when I go off screen. That's crazy. Sorry for that. Let's try this. Whatever. Lols. I missed the 30,000 Ghost Rider for 40 bucks. Still haunts me. That was faster. Yeah, dude, if you could grab that, that would have been awesome. Comic grading was a good topic worth talking about. Thanks. Yeah. And I think that's... And I think some people, not just myself, I mean, I saw on Twitter and stuff, people kind of wanted to have an outlet to talk about it. And I think letting people just talk their thoughts out, right? Some people don't mind the idea. Some people hate it. Some people think like, all right, it kind of makes sense. Like, I see where they were going. Now that's kind of where I'm at. Like, I see where they're going with it. For me personally, I think they should have just graded the top 20%. If they just did that, and if they didn't call it like a formal CGC, not CGC, but like a formal grading thing, I don't know. You know, they can do whatever they want. Like, I could come out tomorrow with my tier list. This is the absolute tier list of VV vibes, and I put this and this and this here of literally every NFT possible. Some people are definitely gonna have disagreements on it and stuff, but like, you can follow it if you want. I don't know. So, no need to apologize. You're reading comments and responding as you see them. A lot of us don't like the rating thing, so we're talking about it, and you responded by talking about it and so on. Okay, cool. I try to be realistic but positive, but the one thing I don't want to be is negative. I try to be realistic and kind of explain my thoughts, but I don't want to come off as like negative. I don't want to say like, this is terrible, why the hell are they doing this? They're just trying to pump their bags. It's more like, yeah, I agree. The high end stuff should be the most expensive, but should the low end stuff just be like completely shit on? Like, is that a thing? And is the CGC scaling? Is it really just a matter of just mint printouts? I don't know. That's something we should explore. And it sounds like they are entertaining the idea of having alternative methods for, you know, for pricing, right? Like, I don't know. I will admit that whole pricing thing does look badass. Like, damn, I had it up earlier, but you guys saw what I saw earlier. The Mr. Pags thing. It does look badass. Like, don't get me wrong. That does look really cool. If there was some indicator that visually reflected the number of previous owners, getting one drop would give it more value, along with low mints. It would also give high mints the original owner value. That depends. It depends. Like, if the community wants to do that, they can. That's how it was kind of with TF2, Team Fortress 2, having a short history, or if you were the original owner, I mean, you could ask for a small premium, but then again, not everyone really gave a shit about being the original owner. People are like, I just want the cheapest one. If you're the original owner, like, that's cool, but I don't care about low ownership or whatever. So that's another way to make yourself unique or kind of exclude yourself from the floor price, but it's also going to limit the amount of people you can sell it to, right? I think we can all agree that, you know, 99% of the people on the platform aren't sub 100 mint hunters. Like, that's just how it is. Do you know about how Sleeping Comics feels about it, or haven't spoken to him about it? I haven't spoken to him about it yet, but yeah. Still, bro, appreciate it. So much patience. Shy, thank you so much for the, what is it? $1.79 or 79 euro? Pound? I still get those confused, to be quite honest. But I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I don't know how Sleeping Comics feels about it. He's probably still trying to understand the idea too. I'll probably make a video on it. I think I did talk about it quite a bit here, but I'll probably make a video on it. Just now that I've kind of talked out my ideas. I probably would have sounded way more negative if I did my video like today, but now that I've kind of talked it out, I can kind of organize my thoughts and my video with certain talking points, and I'm just kind of curious how it plays out. So sell that Brav, get yourself a Grail. Yeah, I think either way is fine. Yeah, like Marvel Comics is a Grail, certainly. On your chart, does the pink represent comics and blue collectibles? First time watching, sorry. Kyle, what's up? So blue represents the amount of sales or listings. So back in December, there was, I don't know, this whole December thing is a bit weird. I think there was a delisting thing. So VEVE has a feature that actually delists NFTs that have been on the market for 30 days and they haven't been sold. So which is why you saw a huge thing drop off here, right? So blue means we're looking at, let me kind of simplify this. Collectibles, look up Spider-Man. Holy moly, what is going on here? Let's look up Spider. Let's just look at this, kind of want something with a bit more history. Let's look at the Spider-Man common. Let's do that. Keep it simple. So the blue is how many listings there are. It's kind of hard to see, but it says back here there was 264 listings of Spider-Man on December 31st, and at the time the floor was, it says last sold. I don't know why it says market cap is not here. They need to fix it. I think you might need to fix them whole market cap and last sold for thing. So let's say January 12th, there's 173 listings, and it was going for 511 gems at the time. Of course, it skyrocketed to absurdly high, 1,400 gems. Then it started retracing, and you know, a bunch of stuff happened. So typically you'll see this, like, typically you'll see these kind of oppose each other, but it's kind of changed up ever since VEVE introduced the delisting feature. So, which is why, like, the price is going down, but like the amount of collectibles just completely fell off like a cliff because the delisting feature delisted a bunch of NFTs, but they were all priced up here. So like February 16th, January 18th. Yeah. So a lot of people probably listed their Spider-Mans for above 1,000. And then 1 month later, they all started getting delisted because the price of Spider-Man at that time was $725. So all the Spider-Mans that were listed at 1,000, like really, really high up on the list, were delisted. They disappeared, but it's nowhere near the floor, so it's not really affecting the floor price for the most part. So, yeah, man, I kind of hope I explained that. That's what the blue means. Blue means number of listings, and typically what you see is if the listing number of listings get like really, really low, that means that the floor is getting thin. Floor meaning that's the lowest price collectible, and thin meaning the price between the collectibles on the market are like really big jumps. So like right now, like actually, can I pull it up on my phone? Spider-Man. What's up with Spooderman? There he is. What do you know? I thought about doing that, and I've mentioned it before. I thought about actually getting the loading screen, all the loading screen NFTs. I think that'd be kind of cool. Market. Jeez, I got a bunch of people following me. Okay, that's sold. Holy, see, this is what I mean. Like, it takes me so long to click on each and every one of these accounts and click follow and follow and follow and follow. So like it does, I apologize if I don't follow you. I will go back to that later tonight or something like that and probably follow you guys back. But it's like, I log in and I see 23 people following me and I'm like, it's great. I really appreciate it. But because it does take some time to follow people back. Spider-Man. Spider-Man. I actually watched No Way Home finally, like 2 days ago. It took me so long to get it. Such a good movie. I don't want to spoil anything for you guys if you guys haven't seen it yet, but it took me a while to watch it. Let's just say that. Spider-Man. Where's the common? There's the common. So the wall doesn't seem too thin here. So this is the first like 11 listings on the wall or the floor. So it goes from 508 to 569. Okay. But there's a certain point where typically the NFT starts just like running like really hard. So that's a 100 gem jump. Another 100 gem jump. Okay. Yeah, like sometimes like the walls get so thin where like it'll go like 500, 525, then sometimes it'll jump to like 600, 650, 675, 700. So sometimes like the very bottom one will be like 500 gems, but up here, just because the wall is so thin, it'll go up to like 800. Like it'll be like a 300 gem drop. That's usually because of delisting or people have just been sleeping on the NFT for a long time. I don't know. It's a wide variety of factors. So that's what I mean by thin. Like when I pull this up, this one seems all right. Like it's not like the floor is thin, but when you see huge jumps between like the NFTs, that means it's thin. It's a thin wall. That means it can run, that floor price can run really fast. Took profits on the grade school Guernica. Yeah, I bought 5 of them, Tony. So I sold 1. I'll probably sell my 4th one when it gets up to like maybe like 250 or something like that. I'm just gonna dollar cost average up, and if I do need to sell some earlier because of a new drop or whatever it is, I'll do that. I'll probably keep at least 2 like very, very long term. I do want to keep 1 forever, but I do want to keep 1 for a very long term. But I bought 5 of them, so I took 1, or I sold 1 for profit, let's say. Just because I really like having like, I don't know, at least like 700-800 gems on my account at all times, just because that seems to be a good price point. You can snipe a lot of ultra rare comics. You can snipe some pretty good collectibles, like in the 800 price range. Sometimes people just underprice stuff. Sometimes people just, you know, right now Spider-Man's at 500, but sometimes people just want to get rid of it quickly, and they literally just list one for like 400. I don't know. Either they mislisted it or whatever it is. Maybe like Spider-Man's not the best example because that's not one that typically gets like undervalued a lot, but like happens a lot with the DC stuff because the 2.5% fee with DC compared to the 8.5% of Marvel and Disney. So sometimes I can just buy something quick. It's like really undervalued and I can flip it quickly. Any chance you could look up Pew Harley Quinn, looking for the last sale? I may or may not have played myself trying to buy low and I got you. What do you want me to look up about it? Just price action? Like, where do I think it's going? Pew. Not Pew. Is that it? Pew? There it is. See Pew Harley Quinn. This one, I don't even like look at the charts because it's so expensive. It just kind of just does her own thing. Oof, yeah, she's getting down there. I think she's kind of, wow, she actually went down to 8K before. That was her absolute bottom. Listings are at 17. See, these ones are really hard to judge because the mint numbers are so low. Like, I don't know if you guys can see that. Like, there's only 500 of these that exist. Like, there's only 500. So when you see listings, like, it looks like there's a massive sell-off right here, but it really only went from 33 to 20. Okay, that's a pretty significant amount, like percentage-wise, that fell off. I mean, yeah, if you're gonna buy one now, it seems like a pretty good time. Could it go lower? Maybe. The box price of this was 80 gems. Jeez. But I mean, that was a long time ago. When did this release? February 11th, 2021. So this thing is 13 months old. A little over 13 months. Gosh. God, looking back in hindsight, being able to buy these just for box price, just waiting a year, and then all of a sudden you're able to like 40x your investment or something crazy is just crazy to think about. Let's see. So yeah, I mean, not much like price analysis to go off of. Like, listings are low, but it's not like an all-time low. I think next big announcement drop. So when was this? So this was March 5th. What was announced March 5th? Sometimes I do this when I forget. If I'm just like lazy to like look up a drop, because it sounds like it was recent. March 5th. What was March 5th? Was there anything big announced? Not really. I'm trying to see why that price dropped so much. We had the Matt Gondek NFTs on the 5th, but there was an announcement. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I'm just looking at like the drops and it seems like nothing happened. I'm just trying to figure out like what this big drop was. So I don't know. Like, you could wait a bit longer. Yeah, this one's really hard to judge. That's also a reason why I kind of avoid this. Like, it's just super hard to grade extremely low mint, extremely high value NFTs when all it takes is a handful of listings to like really swing the price or really swing the listings one way or another. So I kind of hope I wish I could help you more, Execu Speak, but I'm not sure. That you think a You Are Black Panther in common for that you think a You Are Black Panther in a common for a rare Spider-Man. So would I sell a You Are Black Panther in a common for a rare Spider-Man? I don't know, to be honest. Black Panther is still so new. I think it has a lot of room to grow. I mean, so does rare Spider-Man. But like, it's so hard to grade the pretty good collectibles like Black Panther in the middle of a gem squeeze. You know, same thing with Woody. It's like, how high can Woody go? Like, I don't know. A lot of people thought he was going to go for 1,000. I don't think he was going to go that high. I thought he was probably going to go for somewhere closer to like 350 to 450. Which he did touch 350 for maybe a few hours and then went down. But like, we're in the middle of a gem squeeze. Like, we don't actually know how high some of these NFTs that dropped in the last 6 weeks can really go, including lenticular cards, including the golden moments, right? At least like the new set. We don't know the upper limit because we haven't seen it yet. At least that is not under a very oppressive bear market. So I would hold personally, but getting a rare Spider-Man is not bad either. You know, people might have differing opinions, but ultra rare Black Panther is pretty sick. Hey mate, love the stream. Are you accumulating? And if so, is it more collectibles or comics? Right now, it's probably half and half. Before I would go like 95% collectibles and like 5% comics. Now it's about half and half. So the other day, let's see if I can show it here. I was actually stacking, and I still can't. I still have quite a few. I stacked a bunch of the. I wouldn't even say a bunch, but 2 nights ago, I actually stacked quite a few of the Ghost Rider comics because they were down to 32 gems, the commons. So I grabbed a bunch of these. How old is this one? Yeah, so it says you paid 32 gems. I know it's kind of hard to see on your guys' end, but it says I paid 32, paid 31, paid, yeah, that's the one I actually bought like on drop day. So I bought one for 22, but all the rest of these I just bought literally 2 days ago because I got down to like 1 or 2 commons, and I'm like, dude, like the commons have ran up to 50 multiple times, like up to high 40s multiple times, low 50s like once. Like I'm just gonna buy it again, so I'm still getting the profit. I probably could have sold because it did actually run up to like 38, 39 gems, which is a quick, you know, I think at that point is like a 4 gem profit each, which isn't much, but I think it could run. One day will come where it'll get in like the mid 40s, and I'll probably start selling them off. I'm just gonna dollar cost average. Like I'm still always gonna keep at least 1 just for myself, maybe 2 personally, but I started stacking the Ghost Rider comics at 32 gems because I felt like that was pretty low. And then trying to see like what else I got. I bought this. I bought a I sniped a Captain Carter, not Captain Carter, good god, Falcon. So I bought it for 33. I'm just gonna resell it for 43. I don't know, I just saw it was pretty low mint. I could probably just undercut these guys if I wanted to, but I don't need the gems like immediately. I just do little moves like that occasionally. I did that move during the Pixar drop. Trying to think of like what else I bought, like if there's anything else I stacked. I did stack the Guernica ones, like the posters. I sold 1. Someone mentioned it earlier. I bought all of these between 155 and 165. Yeah, so I bought that one for 159. This one's nice because like I knew this poster would do really, really well. It's nice because this has a 2.5% fee, not a 8.5% fee like the comics. So 161. I think there was actually one I bought for like 169, 165, maybe not, or maybe that's the one I sold. 165, yeah. So I stacked a few of these. I knew these were gonna do very, very well. It's probably one of the few independent artists that I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna buy this and I'm gonna stack it because I do think it has a ton of value associated with it. Also, by the way, if you guys are trying to find me on VEVE and you guys want to follow me, and again, I'll try my best to follow you back. If you guys go to Fastos, hopefully I'm at least somewhere at the top. You go to high price. There I am. I'm second from the top. You just click on my profile, VEVE Vibes. You like it. Can I like my own profile? No, I can't. I'm like, that's strange. So yeah, that's just some of the small moves I've been doing recently. Not much. I did buy a Lady and the Tramp for 550 during the Pixar drop. I thought Lady and the Tramp would run a little bit more, to be honest. I thought she would kind of go back up to like 700 and I would just like flip it, or 750. I think 550 for a golden moment is still fantastic. Like, I know this one might take a few weeks to sell. It could be like that. So, you know, not too concerned. So yeah, I'm doing a little bit of both. I saw there's some comics that I stacked, a couple ones I'm flipping, and then I bought some other collectibles. So it's about half and half. Also, in your opinion, best value golden moments? Right now, let's look them up. Best value? Are we talking short-term flip, long-term, whatever? I still think Donald and Daisy is really low value. Like, let me see their all-time low. It's actually, they're approaching their all-time low again. It says their all-time low is 740, which is what happened probably a couple days ago. In my personal opinion, I think Donald and Daisy could hit, they're gonna switch between the number 4 and like between 4 and 7 spot in golden moments, like pretty frequently, at least in my opinion. Maybe like 5 to 7. So 5, 6, 7, they're gonna be switching that spot a lot. But Lady and the Tramp, gem for gem, like it's really inexpensive, but I think gem for gem, it's gonna be the cheapest golden moment of all of them. Like, Lady and the Tramp just doesn't have a lot of like movies or shows about them, and I think people know of it, but no one's like obsessing over Lady and the Tramp. Donald is a big deal. And I think it's mostly Rob stuff that kind of convinced me about Donald. I think Iron Man is great too. Iron Man is good. Not a huge fan of like Avengers logo or the skateboard. Pizza Planet truck could probably be pretty decent. I mean, they're all golden moments. They're all good, right? It's almost like the equivalent. Good, let's look at this thing crawling on my screen. It's almost like the equivalent of. I mean, they're all golden moments. They're all going to do great. They're all going to go up in price eventually, given enough time. It's just which ones are going to do the best, gem for gem. Gem for gem, in my opinion, is going to be like Donald Duck. I think C-3PO is going to be up there because it's kind of tied to the value of R2-D2. If R2-D2 pumps, C-3PO does as well. Iron Man could do well. Elsa could do, like, they're all going to do well. But gem for gem, I do think the best one is Donald and Daisy. Gem for gem. The cheapest is just Lady and the Tramp, so... I hope that answers your question. Spooderman, right, Caleb? Right? And Execu Speak, you missed a giveaway earlier. We did a comic giveaway. We're playing floor price. I might have to do some exclusive giveaways. We actually got, okay, we have Meat Angel. Okay, we have a few other people on here as well. I was like, if we can get some more, if I can get more, what's it called? Subscribers, not subscribers, members on the stream, I'll definitely do some VV exclusive stuff. Streams. I know I've been saying that on and off for the last like 2 weeks, but we need to get more people. I thought it was selling a lot faster than it was, so I was planning to see if I misread something. Oh, the CPU Harley Quinn. I would just wait, dude. To be honest, with MTL coming up, if you're gonna make that hefty of a purchase, I would just wait for MTL, to be quite honest. I just don't see any reason for it to go up. Like, it has no buying pressure based on the chart that I saw. I would just wait. And guess what? If it does run away and it like flies up to 15K or some ridiculous shit, just buy something else. There's like plenty of other grails. Just buy a Todd, buy a Golden Moment, Lenticular cards, buy some Secret Rare, Ultra Rare comics. Like, there's so many winners on the app that, like, if you miss one opportunity, you go to the next thing, right? It's like being at the bar and you see like you're at a bar and there's a bunch of, attractive guys or girls. I don't know what you're into. It's like if you miss one, you're like, there's plenty of others. It's not like, oh, I missed it with her, whatever. My night is ruined. I'm just screwed and blah blah. It's like, just talk to someone else. Or just just hang out with your friends, whatever. I don't know. That's probably a terrible example. But did you scoop any of the Ukraine flowers? I just got one of each, to be honest. Where are they right now? Let's check it out. Where are they right now? Where are the Ukraine flowers? I feel like I might need to like move this over a bit, just because I feel like the chat box does cover it up. No, it's covering up the chart, whatever. I usually don't put those at the same time. It's back here, collectible. Because I do have both flowers. Where are they? Oh, whatever. Let's go here. I'm trying to remember where this was. Not that. I'm trying to remember like what category. There it is. Ukraine Project Relief. The gold ones are going for 54. Okay. The silvers are still going below box price, and I knew the golds were going to do better than the silvers. That was just a fact. I did win a silver on drop, so I've already overpaid by just winning the drop, but I think it's fine. Were these 60 or 50? I'm trying to remember. These were 60. Yeah, so it's still below box price. Interesting. Let's go. This is pushing 200. That's a decent little wall at 200. 205, 210, another little wall at 210. There's a point where it's got to just start running, right? Might take a while. There's a lot of listings between. It seems like every 5 to 10 gems, there's just like a decent wall there, so it's gonna take a while for this thing to run. But I'm holding those for like the long haul. Doesn't matter to me. Close that. Hope you're having a good week. Just scooped my first Secret Rare comic, Miss Marvel. Let's go. What is that? Like 3? That's like 290 gems, right? Good call. Cheapest Master Collector points you can get. I really want to get the Ultra Rare potentially because it's only like what 55 gems or something. It's super cheap. JDR, but yeah, congrats, dude. That's awesome. First SR is is a big deal for a lot. Like for me, my first SR was actually Shark Bite, which at the time was the cheapest like secret rare collectible. And I'm like, of course, the one time I get a secret rare, it's the cheapest one you can possibly get on the app, like, you know, collectible wise. So I think I ended up just selling it for like 450 or something, which is good because now it's way cheaper. But what do you think? You are a Black Panther in common for a Spider-Man? I think I already answered that. I think you should just hold, to be quite honest. Just hold it. I mean, rare Spider-Man can run really well, but I don't know if what are the prices of those really quick? Let me just look it up. It's hard to tell the upper limit of Black Panther because we haven't seen it yet, right? Because I'll be honest, I do think an ultra rare Black Panther could run a bit, but I don't know. I do think the fact that Spider-Man actually has some history of hitting, especially the rare of it actually hitting like 2.2k at one point is a big deal. Because where's the ultra rare? This is the ultra rare. No, that's secret rare. Ultra rare. All-time high all-time high is 550 gems. It's so hard to tell how high this thing can go and how popular it is. You know what, in hindsight, not in hindsight, but like, it's probably not a bad move. It just really sucks to sell it at 360. Do I think Spider-Man could run a bit more? Probably. I think some people might be hesitant to have it go above this like 500 mark, but I think people know, and plus like the listings are still pretty high. I mean, this thing's not even a month old, so it's still way too early to tell. I know like I keep contradicting myself, but it's difficult. I would say if you want to be safe, go with the Spider-Man, but which is strange because it's actually like riskier, I would say, to like keep with what you have. But they're both gonna do fine. I just don't know how much they could run, to be quite honest. Why are you selling yours? I see you number 142, big play coming. Yeah, I'm making an okay profit on it. Just want to make some liquidity spread around, and it's kind of concentrated at the moment. Yeah, see, exactly speak. Now you know what it feels like when you put up something for sale and people like screenshot you and like put it up on Twitter, or they like, hey, I see you selling this, like, why are you selling it, haha, you know, or undercut you or whatever. Like, it doesn't happen to me too often, but usually sometimes I'm just trying to like get some liquidity, or I have a stack of it when I'm selling it, right? I don't care if people message me and say like, hey, why are you selling this? Like, I don't care. But people think there's like some big scheme, or like, oh my god, do you think this is gonna dump? Like, probably not. I'm just selling it now. I don't know. Mendes flips. It'll take your Black Panther a lot longer to get high, where Spider-Man FA will hit up the 2.5 previously. Pretty thin floors. I think so too. So that's why I said I think actually the safer bet is Spider-Man. But theoretically, I mean, ultra rare Black Panther, I mean, it's a little bit on the high end with mints, but it could get up there. That combined with the common, it can get up there. Like I said, it just sucks that you're selling it down here, right? But it is what it is. Sorry for the repeat question. Thought you skipped the question mark. Oh, no worries. Diamond Ink, that's smart on the Ghost Rider comic, but the market was huge, has huge market manipulation, and the walls just get put up on it. Just heads up, I was flipping that comic a lot. Yeah, I'm not too worried about, like, a lot of people like that comic, and it is, like I said, a top tier Bronze Age comic, so I don't see it just like randomly dipping below 30 gems and staying there for like an extremely long period of time. It might briefly, but which is why I think, in my opinion, I might flip out of it a little bit sooner rather than later, especially if it's starting to push like 38, 39, 40 gems. And if it goes above 40, I'll probably end up just, like I said, selling all but one or two. Don't know if you were on the My Collectible stream earlier today, but a few of us aped in on a fasto so we could join the 9.9 mil club. Yeah, I noticed a lot of people are in that club right now. Let's pull it up, actually. I think that's why, like, who was it? I think it was Dino. Dino was the one that was kind of advertising it like, hell yeah, like, join the club, whatever. Like, I mean, so was My Collectibles, it seems, but let me pull it up really quick. I mean, it's fun, like, I don't care. I think originally it was just an idea to kind of help have one collectible that all the content creators were under. Now it's just a funny meme. Like, that dude, that collectible was at like 17 gems for a while, and then it ran up to like, I think 25 at one point. So that's a pretty big increase in the middle of a gem squeeze. Price high to low. So I'm already at the number 4 spot. I already got moved down in the last like 30 minutes. But like, look how many people have it listed for 9.9 mil. Just a meme and be part of the 9.9 mil group. Oh my god, that wall. Still going. 9.9 mil. Oh my gosh, dude, how? What is this, the 4th loading screen that we're on? How many are there? Oh my gosh. Still going. Oh, I thought I saw something different, but nope, still at 9.9 mil. What is it, 6, 7 loading screens? All right, there we go. Now we finally get a break. Ridiculous. So many people at 9.9 million. Oh gosh, what have we done? What have we done? That's market manipulation at its best, right? Meet Angel, what up, dude? Hey, sorry if I'm a little bit behind chat. Can you please check out Uncanny X-Men number 4, Common Pass Price Action? Sure. Sure. Number 4. This is the first appearance of... I have to look at the cover. First... okay, it says it right there. What, Maximov? So that's... First appearance of Wanda, the Scarlet Witch, and her brother Quicksilver. So this is the first appearance of all of these? No. What the hell? This doesn't seem right. All right, let's look at the common. Is that right? Okay, I guess it is 3 first appearances in 1. That's awesome. Yeah, the common's really pumped because that does have, you know, 3 first appearances and all that stuff. Price action stuff. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's the listings are almost at an all-time low. Oh, is this the uncommon? I meant to look at the common. I'm like, why is there only 70 something for sale? That is still pretty low though for an uncommon comic. Total. Okay, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Good God. So total listings as of right now, 149 listings. I've been meaning to buy this comic. I think I do have it, but I did want to buy more of these. Yeah, so could you please check it? Past price action. Okay, cool. So all-time high of says floor price of 67 gems. So I like seeing this resistance. Like this thing actually peaked at basically above 60 gems 3 times. Then it almost did it again back here in mid-March. So, or just like literally less than a week ago, it did it again. So yeah, I like this comic. I mean, now's actually not a bad buy point to get into. Listings are almost at an all-time low of 149 compared to 155 like back here. Yeah, I think it's a good point. Let me actually look it up on here. And that's another thing I tend to look at too, is just how thin the floors are. Are there any kind of like unique mid numbers like hanging around? Let's pull it up. I want to go too fast here. Yeah, but that's a decent little comic there. I'm trying to remember where most of the comic book collectors like rate that comic. Not entirely sure, to be quite honest. Kind of want to just check out my Kane really quick. Ooh, I'm just gonna buy that. Let's go. I've been wanting to buy this for a while. It's the last 244 on the floor. Oh, Rivers, thank you so much for the comic, dude. Hell yeah, dude. That's actually a pretty decent snipe. I've been wanting to get a Avengers number 8 for a while. I checked it out. I saw it was like 30 or 40 gems below floor or below the next one. Let's go. I don't know why. Dude, I've never done that on stream before where I just like find something and I just buy it right there without a second thought, but I could flip that. But I want to kind of keep it because that photo is just such a meme. Let me see here. Dude, sometimes finding these comics just gives me like appendicitis. There it is. I'll check out the delivery really quick, but hold on. So the common 148 listings. Okay, this could do a little run. Not bad. Kind of curious what the other content creators like listed at. More curious what Boodle NFT listed at. I'm assuming Sleeping in Comics probably has this at like B tier, but I'm more comic interested in what Boodle has got to put it at. So I apologize for this, guys. So just kind of cover your eyes. It's going to be kind of bright. Actually, I need to do it this way. Cover your eyes. I'm doing it this way just because it's easier to see. I also need to close this. Also want to remove that so it's easier to see. Cool. Where does he have it listed as? Not up here. Or no, it is up there. Wow. Okay, so it is actually a pretty high tier comic. Interesting. So it's Quicksilver, Scarlet Witch, and that other person, I forgot their name. I'm sure it's a probably significant character, but I just don't know. But yeah, interesting. He has it like in the top 10, basically, like at the number 10 position, because it goes from top down, left to right. So yeah, Scarlet Witch, of course, Jack Kirby and Stan Lee. Okay. CGC rating, like the most recently high price one sold is 300K. So yeah, that's a pretty good comic. And for 45 gems, that's actually not too bad. Interesting. Also, this one has like a ton of panel pulls. Panel pulls meaning, you guys are curious what that means. Should probably, I'm kind of done with this now. Panel pulls meaning like this is actually art they pulled from the panels of the comic. Like if you actually open the comic, there's actually a scene of Scarlet Witch like pointing or doing something, so they just kind of cropped the background out and just put it on there. Yeah, I kind of like the uncommon. How much is that? 70? Not bad. Interesting. This one is Cyclops. That one is, who is that? Looks like Beast, Jean Grey, and Archangel. And then again, Beast, Jean Grey, Archangel, Iceman, Professor Xavier, all that stuff. So yeah, dude, actually, I wouldn't necessarily say overlooked this comic. I've always seen it, but yeah, I guess I did kind of been overlooking it. So maybe this one isn't bad to invest in. Like now's not a bad time either. Like just looking at the charts, I don't see it going much lower here. Like it's actually been holding its value at 45. Like yeah, is there a chance you can maybe get it for 40? But who knows? It could go up and stay there. I don't know. Comics are just reacting a little bit differently than collectibles. Like it's really hard to tell things until, in my opinion, MTL like fully comes out. Yes, Fastos to the moon. Sorry, I spent a really long time on that question, but I was just kind of curious about it. Plus, I sniped myself a nice little, kind of randomly. I don't know why. That was just a knee-jerk reaction, but I just had to have it. Like, this is just, how is this not a meme? Like, how is that not like a meme? Like, I could totally just see the Avengers being removed and the whole Kang thing and just putting like some sort of dialogue or just accusing someone of something, and Kang is just like, huh? Maybe I'll make a like a VEVE meme with this, and I'll like post it online or something like that so people can use it as like a format. Well, that's what it's called. A meme template. This looks just like a meme template, in my opinion. Hey, Meat Angel, your thoughts? Sell my SR. Oh yeah, that was the other thing I wanted to do. Someone sent me that comic. Thank you so much, dude. Rivers 1976. Hell yeah. Got a Daredevil comic? Let's go. Is this for a giveaway, I assume? Sorry if I'm behind on chat. Golden moments for Donald Daisy. Oof, had to work late. Lol, but congrats on who won the giveaway. Mickey Jaunty Jig or Mickey Mouse Lenticular if you could only buy one. Personally, I'd probably go with the Lenticular. Especially since it's so cheap right now. You could maybe get a Lenticular and like something else. It's kind of crazy. I'm not selling anything, just buying. I don't have the time to plan the market. If VEVE is successful, I will make good investment. If it goes to 0, I'll be fine. VEVE is just 5% of my portfolio. Nice. Let's go, Fastos. Yeah, I agree with that sentiment. Like right now, I have like 25% of my VEVE portfolio to like for flipping. I mean, this is what I do, right? I look at market, I flip stuff. Yeah, this Fastos thing is so funny. Yeah, dude, everyone's on the Fastos gang. To be honest, I thought of doing some VEVE content, but haven't really put myself out there on YouTube. Just need to figure out how to start and execute on starting. Fastos gang. Honestly, dude, like I didn't know what the hell I was doing either. Like I didn't know that much about VEVE, but I knew a lot about just like market analysis and listings and all that stuff. Like I said, I did TF2 trading for a long time. I've done pretty well on like market trading on other video games. Like the charts look very similar to this, if not identical, right? So yeah, dude, honestly, I would say like if you want to start on VEVE, you have to be like, I'm sure there's more ways to do this, but I've said this before. Either you need to do something that not a lot of other people are doing. Like I was doing market analysis stuff. I think me and Rob's stuff kind of started around the same time. So me and him do some stuff similar, but we do have different opinions. We have different backgrounds and expertise and all that stuff. But at the same time, like, yeah, so I just saw something that I felt like I was good at. No one else is really doing it. I felt like, honestly, a lot of the VEVE OGs weren't talking about the market at all. All they were like, it seems like the times they did talk about the market, all they were talking about is like the OG items that they are familiar with, not about the new items or like newer-ish items and stuff, right? And like, they don't really need to dig through the mud in the market like we do to like make money, right? Especially if you don't have thousands of dollars to throw into the app month over month to buy what you want, right? So I'm just trying to help people understand and be as comfortable as possible with their investments and making them know like, hey, this is the experience I've had, this is what I think is going to do well. That's kind of my take. So for you, man, either do that, either do something that not a lot of other people are doing, or just strictly have it be like just community based, right? Like Dino is the perfect example. He knows his stuff, but he doesn't do like heavy market analysis. He's not digging through charts. Like, look, I mean, if you watch his streams, it's all about just having fun and kicking it and having him, forcing him to do push-ups and silly things and having a bunch of guests on. Like the reason why he has a bunch of guests on is because he's like a likable guy, right? So he's an awesome person in the community, and we need all those people in the community. You have the people that are here to have fun. You need to have the market people. You need to have the people that are, you know, $10 OMI holders. You need to have the people that are a bit more critical. You need to have the people that are moon boys that are just like, oh my god, VeVeVerse is going to be great, and you know, breeding labbits. Like you need all those people in the community. You need them all. Jacob just followed you on VEVE. Hell yeah, thank you, dude. Free comic to whoever buys my UR. Free comic to whoever buys my UR FA Spidey on floor. Yeah, dude, that's pricey, man. Hey, just sent you a Daredevil 25 for raffle. Awesome, dude. Thank you, Meat Angel. So, part of me wants to do floor price again just because it's easy, but kind of like part of me also wants to do like a trivia thing as well. Interesting. You guys have any ideas on how I could do the giveaway to make it simple, or at least like fun? If you guys have any, let me know. My collectible Fastos to the moon, always. Executive speak. Any thoughts on House of X, Powers of X series? I think all the covers are related, and SRs actually make a full poster. Might be cool for the comics in the showroom. Oh, I didn't know that. So like they connect together to make a poster? I was not familiar with that, to be honest. I don't know. Like from what I've seen, at least like to most of the other like comic book things, like they're pretty low rated. Let's see. So like there's, I think this is Powers of X, right? Yeah. I think that's Powers of X, and there's like House of X over here. So they're pretty, like, I don't know. That's just, I'm sure there's a connected story or something like that. Me just being a comic book noob, I'm just sticking to stuff that's up here, right? I might buy some like occasional X-Men, because I'm a big X-Men fan. I might invest some here and there down here for the most part. Like I did buy a Beta Ray Bill ultra rare. I did buy a ultra rare Daredevil because it was literally under 100 gems. But yeah, I gotta, you know, occasionally I buy stuff down here, but most of my investments of comics, like I'm gonna stay up here for the most part. To be honest, like you saw, I've just bought literally on stream an uncommon Kang. I've been wanting to buy that for a while. It's the perfect meme template. I love it. So, Fastos gang, Meat Angel, for real though. It's so cool. You help out with giveaways. Yeah, dude, I've seen you around. Meat Angel, you're really awesome, dude. And I think this is I've seen you a couple times on stream, but not recently. I don't know. Like, do you have a game that you like doing, Meat Angel, or something like that? If you have any ideas for like a game, that'd be cool. And thanks for all you do, affiliate. In your mind, when is MTL? I really hope in the next, like, what do you mean? When it's like fully launched and everyone has it, or when they start finally rolling it out to like people in larger groups? Either they're already doing it and they're just like not telling us, slowly but surely, or I don't know. It could be 1 to 3 months, or some people might think it might be like 7 months. Whatever's good for you. Come on, man, help me out. Fully. I really hope by, what is today? So I really hope at least by the end of May. So that's like what, 2.5 months out. I hope really no later than that. I hope earlier, but it's really hard to tell. Like with the amount of information VEVE gives us, or I should say how little information they give us and how generic they are, there's honestly like no way to tell. I think big money is like ready to come in, but like VEVE could drag on MTL if they I would say if they wanted to, but like it could be another 7 months. It could be. Maybe not 7 months, but 6 months. But let's hope not. VEVE Vibes Discord. You asked me to jump on Discord or what? Or should I make a Discord? Can you hop on the stream? Possible. Well, I'm using OBS, so I'm using Discord right now, so it might be a little bit tricky with that. So how long have I been streaming for? I have to like actually check how long I've been streaming to see like I'm not like going over time. I'm streaming for a little over 2 hours now, not too long. Buy 2 golden moments, Dawn on Daisy, sell my SR Black Panther. I don't think it's a terrible move. I think SR Black Panther can make a lot of moves, but FA Black Panther SR, I don't know. Like I said, it's really hard to judge something like Black Panther because it's gonna go above and beyond its all-time high for sure. Just how far and how soon, that's the real question. Is how soon can it do it and how high can it go? By which time period, right? Because there could be a point where actually SR Black Panther goes up faster than 2 Donald and Daisies. Like, let's say within the next 3 months, Black Panther just completely flies by Donald and Daisy. But maybe 6 months from now, Donald and Daisy, 2 of them just skyrocket because now finally all the flippers have gotten, are finally off the app. MTL is finally out and now it's doing better. I don't know. It's really hard to tell. With the delays in MTL, even though they decided to make us wait since Q2 2021, I feel like the Q system is gonna be forever. Yeah, Q system, I don't know. I'm kind of over like guessing when they're actually gonna do stuff because the time frames are always just jacked up and there's issues and stuff behind the scenes that we just don't realize, whether it's due to lack of manpower or issues that are unforeseen or whatever. So I kind of given up on like trying to guess like when MTL and stuff have come out. Yes, we want to make a Discord for your channel. At some point I will. At first I was kind of hesitant because it just seems like honestly a headache, and in some ways it kind of just breeds more drama than necessary. But again, thanks Em for so much. Let's do another thing of floor price. Let's do floor price. So first person in chat to give me the floor price of this comic. So this might be a bit harder. You know what? Let's actually do one of, see if I can get the right one. This is actually, I'm just double checking to make sure it's the right comic. I think this is one of my collectibles' favorite comics. I think this is one of his favorites, and I kind of remember. So let's do this. 45, way too early, way too early. What is the floor price of what was I first? Wait, you guys don't even know what it is yet. I would think of a nice way to create a raffle idea for online giveaways besides things we already know. Well, it's just whoever looks it up first, right? I don't know. I do want to come up with like an actual like raffle system at some point, but is there a way I can do it with like chat? Do I have the comic up now? No, I don't. This is not the actual comic. Not this one. It's a different comic. You can do raffles via Discord, just use a bot. Yeah, but it's gonna, I don't want to literally make a Discord and hook up a bot and all that stuff this stream. So. Yeah, that's not gonna work. I was looking up the YouTube comment picker, but that's only for like YouTube videos, not for live streams. $26.99. Let's just do this once. Just kind of curious to see how it plays out. I do think this is one of my collectibles' favorite comics, so I'm gonna show it on screen. I'm also gonna say what it is, and you guys can look it up on your phone or your computer or whatever it is, whatever's faster. It is, I'm gonna double check what it is so I don't get it wrong. Okay, cool. It is called, I'm also gonna switch off of this so like no one's confused. It is this. It is Web of Spider-Man Ultra Rare number 31. So Web of Spider-Man number 31 Ultra Rare. If anyone knows the floor price of that, let me know. Honestly, I don't even know the floor price of it, so I actually got to close it and look. There, I got it. So anyone that knows the floor price of Spider-Man, Web of Spider-Man number, what was it, 31? Yeah, 31, Ultra Rare. Ooh, close. That was close. I'll show you guys. So this is what I saw. John, 8072 is the answer. As you guys can see here. Why is this not showing? Floor price is 72 gems. That's the floor price. Well, it was 72 when I clicked on it, so I'm going based off this. It was 72. When it changed to 74. It is 72. So congrats, ExecuSpeak. I think I still have your QR code from last time. We'll see. Maybe I can't, maybe I shouldn't do this anymore when ExecuSpeak is around. But I will do a raffle system thing set up next time. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it because it's really hard with like a live stream, but I'm sure I can find something online. So back to here. What's up? What's up? I'll send that over to you. Where is it? Where is it? Twitter up again. But congrats on the winnings, sir. Should probably put this back. Of the one you showed. No, that was something completely different. I already won though, so give it to someone else. All right, well, Plaid Dragon was the next. Plaid Dragon. Plaid Dragon. You've won. Hell yeah. Blue Storm. Then why'd you play ExecuSpeak if you thought you could win? Are you just trying to just show off how fast you are? You are pretty quick. So, yeah, hit me up, Plaid Dragon. Just hit me up on Discord, not Discord, on Twitter. This is my, ugh, I gotta undo this. It's kind of noxious. It's just VEVE Vibes. That's the name of my account. It's not what I wanted to show. Blue Storm followed you. Appreciate that. I still get confused, like, to find out like where the hell like my actual homepage is. Honestly, I spent so little time on there it is. VEVE Vibes. VEVE_Vibes. There it is. So that's how you can find me. Just message me directly, or I guess you could tweet at me. Either way, kind of prefer direct message just so I can just send it over to you and make it easy. But yeah, cool. Thanks for playing, y'all. We'll do more of a randomized raffle thing next time. I just don't know what system to hook that up with. No, it's not. Look at it. Well, like I said, on my screen it was 72. That's literally the floor price when I opened it. So, just kidding. I'm trolling. I just bought the 72 to shake it up. Well, it's a good comic. Good on you. Plaid Dragon, thanks. Congrats. Because it's fun and I wanted to test my lookup skills. Yeah. Congrats. Hell yeah. X-Men 44 is a great comic. It is. Will do. Plus, I wasn't sure if I was going to be the first this time. Yeah. You should always go for it. You should always be like the honorary person that just goes for it, shoots first, right? Click the circle icon on the bottom left. That's your profile home. Yeah. Tucson Collectibles. Welcome, man. X-Men 4. Hell yeah. Welcome, Tucson Collectibles. How's Hawaii treating you? How is Hawaii treating you? Starting to warm up here in Phoenix. Starting to warm up. I'm totally down for that. Yeah. We will be doing some member giveaways at some point with like better giveaways and stuff. But again, thank you so much. Got the comic now. Okay, I already looked all that stuff up. Again, Meet Angel, thank you so much for giving away the comic. Dude, these giveaways are always fun, and it always shakes up chat a little bit, so. Let's see. Yeah, just hit me up on Twitter. I can do this on the other page. Oh my god. Blinded by the light. I'm assuming you're the Plaid Yeti. Sup? Cool. So in the meantime, loving it here. Been here for a few years. Raining hard right now. I lived in Phoenix a year about 15 years ago. Okay, so you weren't there for too long. No problem. Anytime. Hell yeah, dude. I appreciate it. Yeah, occasionally I do want to give away some of my own comics and stuff. Like giveaways are always fun, and plus I do occasionally want to give some exclusive incentives for members as well. But let's see what we're gonna do. Top gainers. Cool. Top gainers on the hour. Let's wait like 3 more minutes. That's when we're actually gonna get the market update, so we'll wait like literally 3 more minutes before we do the market update stuff. Let me pull this over here, go back to looking at my stupid face. Ooh, it's not what I want, or that. I don't want either of these. Cool, let's do that. Showing this off. What's the market doing? What's Woody at? That's the real question. Where's Woody at? 288, still chilling. Still just chilling at 280, 288, 290. He was at 250 earlier today. I almost thought about picking one up, but I appreciate it. What else can we look at? Let's look at my Kang comic, dude. Oh, there it is. I don't want to read it because I might degrade the comic. I don't want to do that. That is one thing I will say is an absolutely terrible idea. Like, reading your comic like degrades it. I think that's a terrible idea. And like, what happens if you buy one off the market and someone opened it like 50 times and you just don't know? Like, I've never read Kang, honestly. I might have to read it later today. Maybe we could, dude, what if we did like VEVE watch parties, you know? We actually need to put it down here. What if we actually like opened a comic and read it on stream? Would you guys be down for that? Maybe do some voiceovers on it. Get a bunch of content creators on. We read a comic and they have to do voiceovers for each character. How about that? How about that? Tell us what you've been eyeballing on the market. I showed a bit earlier. I stacked some of the Guernica posters a while back. I bought 5. I sold 1. I stacked some Ghost Rider Common comics at about 32, 31 gems. So I stacked a few of those. What else did I buy? There's some other stuff that I bought as well, but When VV Vibes opens up Discord and is able to host a raffle on it, I'll put up a Mike Wachowski for a giveaway regardless of its floor price. Ooh, okay. All right, I'll take you up on that. Yes, I'm Plaid Yeti. Awesome. Yeah, just did you message me or PM me? VV Vibes got bored when someone calls you out for listing on the marketplace. Pretty much, dude. That is the perfect. Oh my god, dude, this is perfect. This is exactly what I mean. It is the perfect meme template. Actually need to zoom out a bit on this. Look at this. It's perfect. Got bored when someone calls you out for listing on the marketplace. Pretty much. That's me right there, like, huh? And someone's like, why are you selling? Why are you selling your collectible? Are you paper handing? Do you think it's gonna crash? Are you manipulating the market? It's like, no, I just want to sell a collectible. Well, I'm gonna undercut you. Like, whatever, I don't care. Like, I think it's just funny. Yeah, let's do it. Dope. Yeah. Made my first attempt at that Kang meme. Tagged you on Twitter. I saw. That is hilarious. Yeah, just here, let me go back to here. Dude, that is hilarious though. That's exactly how I imagined the meme going. Just always pointing and accusing someone. This over here. Oh, dude, I keep getting blinded by that damn thing. There we go. Dude, I love it. That's awesome. Might have to actually save that. Yeah, Yeti, just send me your QR code. If you don't know how to do it, just screenshot your QR code so you go. If you get stuck, let me know. I can walk you through it, but if... Will do? Okay, cool. He's got it. He's got it. All right, it's 3 minutes after the hour. So let's go ahead and take a look at the top gainers of the hour. Top gainers. Let's check out top gainers. Already did that. In the last 24 hours. Let's go. Okay, it's already done it, actually. Doesn't really need to update. So let's switch here. Quick clear. Snowflake Labbit. Really? Up $16. So 20% on the hour. Cthulhu Idol Gold. Interesting. It's moving. Like, so some of these, like, you've noticed that a lot of these collectibles that are moving quite a bit are all like hovering around or like below 100 gems. That's just because that has the most room to move percentage wise. Like something that moves up $15, it moves like 20%, right? And most of these are independent artists, posters, Cthulhu stuff. So far, no Marvel, no Disney, no DC. I feel like everyone's already kind of bought up their positions and waiting on those. Grade School Guernica. I think it's actually pronounced like Guernica. I'm not 100% sure. So Ghost Bear, Atlas Ready Voltron. Interesting. More independent artists. Interesting. A lot of independent. So now we've got Fastos. Our first Marvel. Fastos, the chosen one, the one and only, the Messiah, the God Emperor that is of all VV, and the Bored Ape Yacht Club. This guy shits on Bored Apes Yacht Club. Like, Bored Ape Yacht Club ain't got nothing on him. Look at him. Fastos, very first, like, he's the only profitable Marvel. We're gonna skip Visible Woman. She's invisible. We don't see her. We're just gonna move on. Yeah, just more independent artist stuff. Independent artists, maybe it's just because the 2.5% fee, people are flipping it. Yeah, exactly. I feel like when those things are the top gainers, the market isn't really doing much. Yeah, so if we're talking like early February, like times of February where there was huge spikes, dude, during January, like the top gainers, stuff would be like 170%, 250%. Like things were flying. Like really high. Just things were just super taken off. Things were like, it would not be unusual for to have 5 or 6 things be in the triple digits and increased gains, and then everything's in like, oh, this increased 70%, 50%, 40%. Like so much stuff just pumped like super hard on the market. But now most of this stuff is usually in the high teens, low teens. I'm surprised actually even this much stuff is pumping right now. I've seen it before where like only the first 5 of the top gainers is in like the low teens, and then everything else is single digit, and it's just not moving a lot. Here's the real test. Let's go ahead and look at the top losers. We'll look at comics too in the meantime. Top losers. Sometimes it gets stuck on this first listing, but I'll skip it. Secret Rare Storm. Wow, got dumped. 15%. Mothman, 15%. Glider Static. Gary Frank is still going down. Interesting. Captain America. Little Friends, Black and White. Is that an all-time? Okay, the all-time low for the Black and White Ape. This is actually one I almost bought just for the memes. I don't know. Maybe at some point. Listings are super low, but its all-time low is technically, I think, back here. At least it says its all-time low is 200, so maybe that was literally on day 1 of the drop. But yeah. Fastos, #1 gainer. Hell yeah. I'm going to buy Fastos right now to join the gang. Dude, do it. List it at 9.9 mil and overtake me. Do it. Strike me down. Put me down on that tier list. Kyle Budworth. You want this, don't you? Strike me down. I've watched too much Star Wars. Kyle Budworth, let's go. Dude, yeah, get it. Small pump. Join the crew. Join the crew. Join the gang. Luckily, I upgrade. I feel like I update my Fastos like once or twice a day, so I'm usually towards the top-ish of that list. So, yeah, top losers aren't really doing much. Rewind logos all the way down to 740, so very, very speculative buys. Rewind logo, we're supposed to get it this month. We haven't gotten it yet, but this could pump, so kind of maybe keep an eye on that. Let's go ahead and look at the comics. I think it's still on top losers. Yeah, we'll check out the top losers first. Wow, Secret Rare Green Goblin. This did actually pump a ton, I think a couple days ago. Like a week ago. Yeah. Well, it jumped all the way up to 800. So it was at 650, then jumped all the way up to 800. Natural Retrace, it's up, and then, you know, now it's down again. So this is actually one of the highest mint collectibles, like comics. I think it is the highest mint comic with 70,000 mints. So, I mean, first appearance of Green Goblin, like probably the most iconic villain for Spider-Man. But high mints, and it's not, it's definitely like A tier, but it's not towards the tippy top, right? So I like this comic. I love this animation. Him riding a syringe. Looks like he's just riding a syringe or something else, to be honest. Check out Tucson. I love that town. Yeah, it's kind of a college town, right? That's where Arizona is. I mean, I'm pretty close. I mean, I'm down in like the greater Tempe area, and that's where ASU is. So yeah, I'll have to check out Tucson sometime. I'll have to go down there where they're doing that like huge like gem rock festival thing they do once a year, where people like literally from all over the world sell these huge like what do you call them? I forget what it's called, but like a half cup like rock with a bunch of like crystals and stuff inside. Like people come from all over the world to sell, you know, these minerals or rocks or, you know, that kind of stuff. Very I don't even know the term for it, but yeah. Okay, cool, dude. Sorry, I've been really far behind with your giveaway. Let me come here. Make sure I give you the right one. All right, it's the Daredevil. Give me a sec. Shoot, that's not what I meant. Sorry, I almost completely forgot about the other giveaway. That's why I try to get it knocked out sooner rather than later, so I don't forget. I think it's like wigging out. What the hell? Give me a sec. Let's go. What? What? NFT transfer not complete. The item transferred to your account is incomplete. It cannot be listed or transferred elsewhere. Please try again later. What the hell? I tried to send it, and Dust Devil is the person. It is Plaid Yeti. At least that's the QR code he sent me. It's not letting me do it. Let me just restart VEVE and I'll try again. Give me a sec. Restart VEVE, just close it, reopen it. That's so weird. Remember how Norman Osborn became a dope addict? Did he? A dope addict? Geode, like geodes, all that stuff. Yeah, you got it. Can you check partner statue, please? Yeah, we'll check it out. Actually, after I do the top losers. So sorry, I was looking at this. Yeah, so dude, I'm really surprised actually Green Goblin is up here, but it has been retracing. The pump all the way up to like 900 was kind of out of nowhere. Uncanny X-Men. That's the fight between Storm and that other chick. I forgot her name. Ultimates #1. Web of Spider-Man 118 is down. Strange Academy #1. I've been wanting to buy this comic for a while. It might be a good time to buy it. All right, let me try one more time. Yep, that's you. Cool. Yeah, let me try to give you that comic one more time. If not, we might just need to like wait, strangely enough. I don't know. But just remind me later. Okay, so transfer. Do this. Do this. Work with me. So at first I thought it was just giving me an error that I put in the two-factor authentication incorrectly. It's giving me the same error. I don't know. Does anyone know what's like what happens when it says I can't transfer it? That is so weird. It won't let me transfer it. I put in the thing and it says it won't let me do it. The Rock and Gem Show is great. Speaking of syringes, yeah, dude, that's it looked like Green Goblin just riding a syringe. I think you need time for when it transferred, when it's transferred to transfer again. Really? It's been, I mean, me and Angel gave it to me like 15 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago. How long does it need? I don't know. Just remind me later. Like I'll definitely give you the NFT or the comic, but just remind me later. Was it recently transferred to you, VV Vibes? Yeah, but I don't know. If it was sometimes they have a cooldown on the back end, yeah. That's a bunch of malarkey. That's what I'm calling it. Bunch of malarkey. Yeah, Strange Academy. I mean, all-time low. Listings are pretty darn low too. And they might make a show of this, I've heard. Potentially. Strange Academy with like all these characters and stuff. Kind of reminds me, you know, a little bit of like My Hero Academia kind of thing. Like the high school for gifted youngsters, whatever the hell you want to call it kind of thing. Yeah, we'll see. A Sorcerer's School for the Marvel Multiverse. Or for the Marvel Universe. Interesting. Black Panther #1 is down. Ooh, wait, there was... Okay. The same thing with Doc Ock. Common is actually down as well. Let's look at the charts. I think it's at its bottom for the most part. March 7th. I remember... It was definitely around. Wait a second. That's not right. Why does it say it dropped in March 7th? That's not right. I don't know. I think some of the description information is like really off. Like, look at all of this. But I do remember this drop. This was an early December drop. Yeah, I think it's actually hit its bottom. I mean, it could go down a bit lower, but the listings are at an all-time low, and like a lot of people bought this for, I don't know. Might be a good time to actually pick this one up, or a couple of them. It is the first appearance of Doc Ock, which I think, again, is probably the next most popular villain for Spider-Man after Green Gobbo. So we'll try again right before the end of the stream. But yeah, just remind me, dude, like if I can't get it to you today, I'll definitely get it to you later. I've had this problem with trying to transfer immediately, but it could have cleared by now. Hopefully. I mean, we'll wait a bit longer. I mean, I was planning on getting off stream in like 15 minutes anyway, so we'll see. We'll check partner statue in a little bit. Let me just look at the top gainers, and then we'll look at partner statue. So top gainers. Hero for Hire up 31% because it moved 18 gems. Interesting. Looks like one sold for 40 gems. You know what I think what happened here? I actually gave Dino a rare Hero for Hire to sell in the market during his fundraising stream for the like Ukraine thing. I think he just floored it for 40 gems. I'm like, yeah, but dude, I've been trying to sell this for profit for a while and like whatever. I think he just floored it for like really low, which is why it just like crashed and like went back up. Like it should have just stayed at like 55 gems. Then he just floored it for ridiculously low. So I don't know. Make sure you get that comic slabbed for that fella. I will. Well, what mint number is it? It's a 13,006. So what would that put it in the 0.5 rating, or no? How many total mints does this have? Let me see. How many mints does this have? 30,000. So what does that put it? It's at dude, that's like a point. That's like a 5.5, maybe it's 6.0. Dude, that's trash tier. Dude, you gotta. It's worth what? Maybe 2 gems. It's worth maybe 2 gems. You know, dude, it's only at 6.0. It's way too low, dude. Way too low. Eliminate. Thank you. Yeah. So Amazing Spider-Man Annual 16 is up a bit. 12 gems. Uncanny X-Men 98. This is the one we looked at earlier, right? Housekeeper Moira McTaggart in her first appearance. Yeah. Darkhawk number 1. Dude, Darkhawk is... Oh, that's the rare. That's the rare variant. Interesting. Nice little pump. Fantastic Four number 1. Common. Was actually sub 100 gems at one point. Then I look like, nah, it's too cheap. Let's bring that up. And I agree. Listings are low too. Hitmonkey. Hitmonkey finally getting some respect. Melody, Story 5. Hi, hello. Trash... Water? Crying eye? I don't know. I know what you mean. Hitmonkey. For 40 gems. Or it was 40 gems. It was actually at 36 not too long ago. Now it's up here. Listings are still going down on this, so... I mean, listings across the board are all down, but eventually it's going to hit a point of like almost critical mass where it's just going to be so low, the walls are so thin, and then some certain NFTs are just going to run. Right? So more stuff is doing all right, pumping. We will look at Walt really quick. I think I also need to clear this. Close. I don't think that does anything actually. Walt is down 2k, so he's down about 9%. He's at 2,500 or 25,000, I should say. He's chilling. I mean, could he go a bit lower with like an MTL announcement or something else? Like potentially, but yeah, those listings are super low, all-time low, almost for listings. That delist feature hit really hard, like right here, because he was released on November 12th, and what do you know, December 12th. So literally 1 month later, a huge, like a mass of delisting. So there's 248 listed, then it jumped all the way down to like 145. It looks like it took about 6 days to get to that point, but yeah, ton of stuff got delisted. And this thing ran up to 47k, kind of hung out above 40k for about the better part of 2 weeks, and then it started kind of getting retraced, going down and down and down. Last sold 2,000 for 2,000 gems? That doesn't seem right. Did someone mess up here? You see where it says last sold for 2,700 gems? So is that like, that was the other day, right? Is that today? That's today. That's not always 100% accurate, but it looks like someone might have accidentally listed their Walt for 2.7k instead of 27,000. That's unfortunate. That's where that little dotted yellow line is. That's rough. You see it pretty frequently, unfortunately. You see that pretty often. I don't know if that actually happened, but that's what the chart is showing me. I say it in all my videos. I've been saying it. That's kind of been my new outro. It's like double and triple check all your listings so you don't screw yourself over. So I need some flipping advice. I like the way you said you have a very specific number of gems just for flipping versus holding. Yeah, I have like 75% of my vault value for like holding and then 25% for flipping. I was showing some people earlier in the stream some of the things I was kind of buying. So let's try that giveaway one more time. Hopefully it works. In the meantime, remember selling my Hitmonkey rare for a loss like a week after it came out? Oof. Yeah, I feel that. Come on. No. That's a hard no. The hell? Yeah, I just wait, I guess. I mean, I'll get it to you eventually. I'll try one more time right before I jump off stream, which will probably be in 10, 12 minutes. Yeah. Yeah, that happens too. Maybe a few weeks, can't remember. Yeah. Melon, I can show you just some of the quick stuff I've been stacking. Like, I stacked somewhat recently, or that I just kind of bought. I'll say that the only things I've been kind of stacking which was, and I'm sure there's probably better things to stack, but which was the Guernica statues, not statues, posters. I bought 5 of these all around between like 155 to 165. I just knew these were gonna do really, really well. The meaning, the art piece, everything behind it was just great. I knew this was gonna pump and do pretty well. So I sold one already. I might sell the other. I might sell one more like by the end of the week, or if it really runs up to like 220 or like 230, I'll sell another. But I might keep that third one to hold until it hits like over 300 or something like that. I have no idea. Just dollar cost averaging up, but I do want to keep one for myself, like forever kind of thing, because I do think the art looks great on it. What else? What was some other things I kind of like? I did buy a, I bought most of this stuff, like almost all of this stuff, like during the Pixar drop. Like people were like talking about how they couldn't relist and the deliveries were super slow. I'm like, I'm just wasting my time, like staring at Woody and Lightning McQueen trying to buy one. I'm like, well, actually I won Lightning McQueen on drop, but I was trying to buy other stuff. I was like, I'm just gonna look at other places in the market. So I did buy a Lady and the Tramp for $550. You know, the floor has kind of gotten to that point right now, because I bought it for $550 and the floor after that was like $625. So I could have just relisted it and maybe make like tiny profit, but I'm like, honestly, I do think it could run back up to like $650, $700, $750, maybe even $8. Unlikely it's going to run to $8, but it looks like it might take a while to get up to $700, but it did seem like it could run up to $650 very quickly. I mean, you look right there, right? Look at the very bottom. It goes from $600, just jumps up to $650. So, I mean, this wall was much thinner. Like, my listing was like only a couple away from $650. So, but since then, a lot of people have undercut. I did stack a ton of the Ghost Rider comics. I would say like actually pretty late at night. I did notice like some bots tend to like list stuff on the market for cheap. At least I just noticed it 2 nights ago. So I bought pretty much all these Ghost Riders except for one for like 31 or 32 gems. And right now Ghost Rider's at 37 roughly, but he has gone up to like for like 39 and stuff the last couple days. So, which is a small profit, but it's not much, it's something. And I do think there's enough turnover and hype still around the Ghost Rider comic that it could do well for flipping. So trying to see what else I bought for like flipping purposes, but that's, I don't know, that's pretty much it for the most part. And that's just the stuff. Like I know that I didn't really give you any like techniques or things that I use. I'll probably explain that more like in a video. Just right now I'm kind of getting towards the end of my stream and I'm getting a wee bit tired. ASM number 1 at 100 now. Maybe this is where it picks up steam, like Fantastic Four number 1. Yeah, let me look that up. Amazing Spooderman number 1. The common, that's 14. That's not what we want. Ultra rare. It's hovering around 100. Maybe it's below. May I missed it? Yeah, it's kind of getting to that point here. Like I try to just compare it to what it was selling for in late December and just overall history in general. Could it go down a little bit lower? Maybe, but dude, that all-time low for listings, 292. Like even if we look up Amazing Spider-Man. Come on, don't give me a hard time. Be towards the top. I mean, it's always a roughly good time. I mean, this thing had an all-time high of 320 gems. You know, I'd probably take the average a little bit closer to like 260. Let's see. Where is it? There it is. All right, let's show it. There it is. Let's just see the floor. So it's at 109. Yeah, it could make a small little run. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's a fantastic, like, you literally can't go wrong buying this. Like, it's just one of those things where people like ask me like, hey, should I buy like a lenticular card, or should I buy a you know, a Steamboat Willie? I'm like, yeah, like if you buy it now, like just wait 3 months, 5 months, 6 months, you know, however long you're willing to wait it out. Like, it's gonna go up in price, or at least it should, you know. Like, no, not financial advice, and I can't tell you the future, but just the fact that it's been selling for over 100 gems for weeks, and right now it's starting to get a bit of resistance for the most part. At this point, listings are super low, so it could break out and do pretty well. So yeah, I think, I mean, now's not a bad time. Like, could it go lower? Sure. Like, could it go to 89 gems or 90 gems at one point? Yeah, but it probably won't be there for long. So yeah, I could see this breaking out. Let me know if you have any trouble with the transfer. I send you another one until we find out what happened. Send me another one. Did you send me another one? Or wait? At least I don't see it. But I appreciate it, dude. I don't know if you sent me another one or sent it to who, but I appreciate it, man. If you give me another one, we might do like one more quick giveaway or something like that. I don't have a random thing set up, so I'll probably just do another floor price thing. But yes, it was a mistake. It was all over Twitter. What was? Okay, it was a mistake. Okay, gotcha. Yes, someone messed up. Guy posted it by accident. Oof. That's rough. I'll have to look it up. Someone messed up and sold their partners for like 2,700 gems. Yeah. And is now selling comics to get it back. Damn. Did he say who it was? Like the name of the person? I was playing with listening and end up listing your Ghost Rider for 100 gems lower. I was playing with the listing and ended up, yeah. Smart play on the Guernica. 1-1 on drop, but wish I could have stacked a few. Yeah. Love the Guernica. I have 4. My favorite is 1976, same as my AM 1976. Yeah, dude, I was really trying to get, and I think some people knew, 1937, because that's when the actual like art piece was made. Also wanted to get 2022, right? That's the year that is actual on the art piece and stuff. But yeah, I kind of wish I stacked like, I don't know, maybe a few more of that, or Woody's when Woody's was actually below 200, because Woody was below 200 for a few minutes, and I was like just staring at it. I'm like, should I buy? Should I buy? Should I buy? I wasn't too sure, but you know. I just knew Guernica was going to do really, really well. And I'll, you know, who knows? I might sell the next 2 within the next month or whatever. It just depends on how fast it moves. Might stack a couple of fast doses so I can donate and join in, making people $9.9 million richer. Dude, that's exactly how it works. So like, we're all literally millionaires. We're all millionaires. Like, we just don't know it yet. After we eat that 8.5% tax fee, but yes, like maybe we're not 10 million, but we're pretty darn close. So. All good things, yeah. Plaid Yeti, I'll get it to you eventually, dude. Like, it's like I said, I'll try one more time before the end of the stream, but then we'll go from there. How could digital comics be graded based off mint number? Yeah, I mean, we talked about it ad nauseum before. This is the listing that Comics and Crypto made, basically coming up with a grading list of comics. You know, after talking about it for a while, you know, I just think the math just doesn't necessarily make sense, but also just like. Just completely shitting on the bottom half of 50% of comics just doesn't make a lot of sense. Like, I don't know. Like, I've talked about it in ad nauseum. If you want to watch it, like watch like the first hour of the stream. I talk about it with like the chat and stuff a lot. But me and Angel out here making Fasto streams happen. Hell yeah, man. Check your VEVE wallets. Yeah, so that's what I did, but it was. I don't understand. Usually I just look at the, there it is. Okay. Like it just said a minute ago, so maybe it took some time to get here. Yeah, so I got another Daredevil. Thank you, man. Hell yeah. Got another Daredevil. Is it for another giveaway for this stream, or Or what? I'm not sure what you want me to do with it, to be quite honest. I don't know if you want to do another giveaway. The stream you did with Rob was really great. You touched on really good points. Yeah, we talked about, I brought up some new points here too. I've kind of concluded, like, all right, it's fine. Like, I agree. Like, the high-end collectibles or mint numbers, yeah, they should be worth more. And they are. It's already reflected with the mint numbers. The community have already kind of agreed on it. The hard part is, like, rarity, VV exclusive covers, and also just, like, completely just shitting on the bottom half of comics for the most part. I don't think, you know, and that's the other thing too. Like, where is floor price? Is floor price 5.0? Does it start at 3.5? Does it start at 6? Like, where does floor price start? If you do have a 0.5 rating system, I mean, that means basically your comic is like falling apart. Like, it's barely recognizable, I would imagine. Like, if you just got a super high mint one, I guess it's just trash tier. Like, you just better put it for below floor. I don't know. Like, it seems a bit silly. I think what would have been better is if they just focused on like the top 10 or 20% and just said, hey, if you're in the bottom 90 or 80% of mint numbers, you're probably just going to list for floor price. But if you are on the top, or if you are in the high end, this is probably how we would rate it. I don't know, but it seems like they just did some simple math about every 0.1 is just 0.5%, and they just went down. That's really it. That's the chart. So, cool. So let's go back here. So yeah, Spider-Man #1 could make some moves. I mean, like, honestly, there's a lot of big hitting comics, like commons, that are actually, you know what's actually better for this is like my NFT tracker is like really good for this. So my NFT tracker, go to NFTs, full screen this. So we're gonna go to common, comics only, minimum floor 90, because that's all these comics are going to be roughly about this amount. And then a max of, let's put 150. So you can get a common Fantastic Four #1 for, at least according to this, 100 gems. You can get a Miles Morales for 90 gems. You can get a Spider-Man #1 for 110. You can get, like, these are all top tier comics. Thor's a bit more speculative. I think it's getting carried by the low mints. He could make some MCU appearance in the future. Like, there's a lot of stuff going for Beta Ray Bill. I actually went out of my way and bought an ultra rare. I like it that much. But yeah, like, these are all great comics for 100 gems for commons. You don't need to do it today. It's up to you. Thank you, man. Yeah, we'll do it next time. We'll do it next time for sure. Still going VV vibes. I love it. I'll be getting off soon. Me and Angel, you're always giving away the comics to creators. Thanks for doing that, dude. It really helps. It's pretty awesome. I really appreciate it, dude. 30 minutes turned to 3 hours beast mode. Did I say 30 minutes? I don't think I meant 30 minutes. At least I don't remember saying that. Maybe I did. Rumors Miles Morales was the cast and Jaden Smith might be playing him in MCU. Yeah, that's the other thing too. I think that's why it's, you know, it's doing really well. So, dude, any of these purchases are great. If I had to put these in order, I don't even know. I'd put these three basically in the same tier, like Amazing Spider-Man, both Fantastic Fours. Miles Morales is probably a close second to like all three of these, and then probably Thor last, but again, these are all fantastic. Like, we're all just splitting hairs here, right? So I think these are all great. On Rob's stream, you mentioned it. Yeah, no, I said I would be on stream for 30 minutes. Or like, I'm gonna start my stream in 30 minutes. That's what I meant. So sorry, yeah, maybe I didn't, yeah, maybe the miscommunication. But love the content, appreciate it. Yeah, I think I said I was gonna start my stream in 30 minutes, but yeah, I don't know. I could never do a 30-minute stream because I just talk too much. No way. There's 2 ASM #1 for 100 gems. Yeah, it's gonna be there. If you guys want to grab it. Are they yours? Tony, is that just convenient that they're yours? Hello, Beck, had a quick nap. It's 3:35 a.m. UK. You think they will drop another Ukraine NFT on Saturday? I don't think so. I think they're pretty much done. Some people did say they might do an airdrop, which I'm not sure if Ron English has done an airdrop. There could be, I don't know, but unlikely. Well, it's probably the most relevant in next year. I think so. He's going to be definitely the superstar next year. No problem. Anytime, just helping the VV family. Hell yeah, dude. I really appreciate it. And thank you so much for being in the membership too as well. You guys get cool emotes like this. I also need to add more emotes because I think I'm at the point now where I can add like 7 emotes. So I do want to add more memes. Dude, what if I could do... I think Execu Speak would like this. Dude, what if we did 2 emotes of... Hold on. Just had an idea. No. That's not the screen I wanted. What if we had 2 emotes, but it was this? It was your meme. We have an emote with... I don't know if we want to emote with this. That's going to be super tiny. Or we could do one with Kang's face, another one with... What if we just did Iron Man? Just do an emote of just Iron Man pointing. And that's all it is. It'd be really tiny, but I think that'd be hilarious. Like, all it is just an emote with just Iron Man pointing, and that's it. Emote gang! Hell yeah, dude. Dude, I would love to do that, actually. Just Iron Man pointing, and that's it. It'd be so easy to call people out. You could do, like, at Execu Speak, and then just you pointing at him, like, you, why are you here? That would be hilarious, yeah. Nope, got gems to grab them. Hell yeah. Don't got the gems to grab them. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, they're on floor. I think it's a good flip. That would be hilarious, right? All it is just Iron Man pointing, and that's it. No context. Hi, I'm new here. What do you think about Fantastic Four number 13? You are... Which one is that again? It's actually faster to look it up on here, I think. I actually need to clear this, clear the filters. Which one is that? Oh, this one. Yeah. Dude, so the ultra rare, so the reason, so Clint, or no, not Clint, Ivan? What's up, Ivan? So the reason why this is so much more expensive, like, so the floor price of this is basically 800 and the secret rare is 740. So it's like, why is the ultra rare more than the secret rare? That's because the ultra rare is the first exclusive VV cover that VV's ever had. So before it was always the same cover, but it just like looked different. So if we look at some of the I think it's the easiest way to do it. Comics. I don't know what that... You guys hear that scream or whatever the hell it was? Floor price. Or I just had an example right there, darn. Whatever. 24-hour trend. I just had it. Store price. Let's just do release date. So if you look here, the Marvel Comics covers, like the early covers, this is all it was. So this is actually perfect. So Marvel Comics had the secret rare, ultra rare. So this wasn't a VV exclusive cover. I mean, it is, but it's just a panel pull from one of the interior pages. If we look at Journey into Mystery, it's just the cover, but just different black and white versions of it. They did that for a while. They did it with New Mutants. Like, wow, I did not know New Mutants was like the 5th drop of the thing. So far, none of these are actual like VV exclusive art covers. This is from like other artists that like currently exist or something like that, I believe. But I think the first one that's like a VV exclusive cover, because this is all like pre-existing art, I believe, of all these covers. I could have sworn that was like the first VV exclusive one. Is there something I'm missing? Welcome, Ivan. Yeah, what's up? Hi, Clint. Vibes is NFT tracker free. Yeah, dude, I'm not logged in. I'm not doing anything. It's just free. If you do want to use the vault features as well as some other, like there are certain features I think you do need to like log in, but just doing this, it's free. I could have sworn that was like the first VV exclusive cover. Maybe there's something about that cover. I think so, because this is all like pre-existing art. Like the ones I showed previously were like panel pulls and stuff like that, but I think this is the first time that like VV actually outsourced an artist to actually make a cover, and it's a VV exclusive one. So like this cover only exists on VV, and that's it. I do think these other covers do exist either like with the exception of the panel pulls, I do think like this art either already exists or these are already covers of comic books that already exist. I'm not exactly sure. Comic Con, yeah, I'm not exactly sure, but that's what I've been told. It is, man. Okay, I'm just double checking. I appreciate it. Yeah, this is the first VV exclusive cover, which is why it's so expensive, more or less. So, yeah. Yep, that's it. Hope that helps. That's it. We will, hold on. I'm gonna work on that probably tonight, because this is so easy to turn into an emote. To just literally just take this picture and just make that an emote. It's so easy to do. The video said something about it, so the whales pumped that comic cover. Had a question about membership. Yeah, go for it. What's your question? As of right now, it's just emotes, but we will be, I do want to start doing, if I get enough members like consistently showing up, I will be doing exclusive streams for members, meaning I'm going to stream for, you know, like today is a 3-hour stream. I'm going to start shortening my streams to probably like 2 hours. So what I'll do is a 2-hour stream, and then the last 30 minutes, I'll do not a separate stream. It's going to be the same stream, but all of the non-members will basically get kicked out, and then just the members will be left behind, and you guys have my undivided attention for like 30 minutes. That's it. Did my message come through? Shy? Drop another Ukraine. That one? I don't think so. That's the last one I saw from you, so I'm not sure. But yeah, this one is like super easy to do. I'm just gonna like literally just copy and paste this. This is great. This is hilarious. I just love this cover. It's just so funny. Yeah, well, I'm gonna hop off in like literally 2 minutes. So if you guys have any like burning questions, or if you want to ask about the membership, if you want to sign up, you have to do it on desktop, I believe. I don't think it'll let you do it on your phone. So typically how you do it is can't wait. Hell yeah. I can see it at 3:40. Never went through. Well, yeah, we'll ask again or whatever it is. Let me know. So you can, like, if you're on like my homepage or whatever, you can click join here, or if you're like actually on my stream, there's an option right here.
Trust is now a desktop app. Get the best builds.
What the hell?
Champ Select. Scout data on ally.
It's like not letting me mute it. There it goes. There's also a join button here, so if you click join, it has the stuff here. Oof, I need to fix that background. That is ugly. So Common Gang gets you access to emotes, loyalty badges, that kind of stuff. Membership only live chats. I don't know. Rare royalty. I'm gonna add more stuff to this. In the meantime, it says you basically get all the stuff prior, plus influence future content to the channel. So that includes emotes, that includes videos that I might do in the future. Probably do giveaways for members as well. More perks to be added in the future. Rare Society is something ridiculous I'm going to do later. I don't know. But if you want to just donate extra, I know some people prefer that over always donating or whatever. I don't know. I'll come up with more stuff to add in the future for sure. Get rid of that. So that's how you join. I don't think you get that option on your phone. So if you're on your phone, you can't see it. I really want to support all the VV tubers by membership. You guys make it hard with all the great content. Only Androids let you, no iPhones. Okay, so maybe that's the case on phones. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, dude, like if I could, I would be more than happy to have people just like give me a comic. Like, dude, just give me a common comic. I don't care what it is. Just give me a common comic and I'll give you membership. I wish I could do that. Like, I can't grant membership. I think you can kind of do that with Twitch, I believe. I'm not 100% sure. I don't think you can either. But I wish I could just grant membership to people and just be like, all right, cool, you gave me a comic, now you have membership. But it's not something I not necessarily do. Because I know some people, like myself, like I have way more money in VV than I do like in my wallet. Like that's just the case like right now. Like there's a lot of people that are just like VV rich, or like they don't mind just buying a comic and giving it to me for the month. And like that's their membership rather than paying, you know, or I guess it would technically last like 2 or 3 months because the price of the membership, but whatever. Like I wish I could do that, but I just can't. So That's true. Have to do it on desktop, but just click join and follow the instructions. Easy to do. Yeah, it's very straightforward. Seen a post on Twitter. Someone stated their gems got removed. Buying off app. Any idea why that happened? Looking to buy gems off app with an escrow. Swear VEVE term and conditions allow gem. Yes, but the only thing I can think of is like usually VEVE doesn't care. The only thing I can think of is like that credit card that they used to maybe buy gems was then reported stolen later, and then basically VEVE had like removed those gems or any kind of asset that was acquired with those gems shortly after. That's the only thing I can think of. I have no idea how that works. I've never bought anything off app, at least yet. And that's also why it's very important to have a trusted escrow or you know, the person you're buying from is trusted. That's why I suggest going to someone like Dino, who usually has the same buyers, or I should say sellers, over and over and over again. Like he's like, oh, they're trustworthy, they've done it. And like Dino's done tens, I think maybe even like low hundreds of thousands of gems and traded gems up to this point. So that's something I do want to do as a service eventually. You know, of course there's going to be a fee, so because it's also just taking time out of my day if I'm doing an escrow and all that stuff, but wouldn't be too much. Cynical Gaming Shahi was a troll post that happens when you buy gems on Apple Store, spend them, then request a refund. Yeah, that's what I assumed happened. Either it's a stolen credit card or maybe like a refund thing. I don't know. Yeah, I was going to use Dino. Yeah, Dino's a great guy. Let him know I sent you. Yeah, he's cool. So, all right, that's it for today's stream, guys. Please double and triple check all your listings so you don't screw yourself over. And yeah, next stream, maybe I'll have some new emotes. It'll be fun. And maybe we'll do, if I get enough members on the stream, well, maybe we'll do a member only exclusive stream. If we can get like 5 or 6 people consistently showing up, I do not mind streaming for 5 or 6 people exclusively, just for fun. So thanks again. Please take care, be safe, and I'll catch you